How's it going, everybody? Sorry, my my little overlay's a little bit wonky right now. Give me 2 seconds here as I attempt to remedy such things. But how's it going, everybody? I am Kyle from Fantasy Forge Studios, and we are back with some Everlast. It is a basically tabletop RPG that I am creating here, and actually, as we come into this new year, perhaps some very exciting news is going to be coming relatively soon, but the progress is going really good. But in the meantime, we have a bunch of players here that have been playing this for what? Now it's been like 3 years, maybe 4 years or close to this game.
Like that.
It's been a long time. Yeah, they are all here joining me to explore the depths of Talei. I'm Kyle, and I'm very happy to be able to be joined by the vast majority of our players today. But let's go ahead and jump into some character introductions, starting with Zil.
It's always Zil.
It's always Zil.
Hello. I'm Max. I play Zil. Zil is the lovable orphan who's starting to grow a conscience and has a desire to become the best smith in Everlast. He also, don't think too hard about this, is sharing his water-breathing mask with his pet mouse Waffle. I did not think too hard about this.
Literally, Waffle is just a street rat.
Yes.
Scoundrel.
I don't.
Our next player is Luxalia.
Hello, everybody. My name is Cole, and I play Luxalia of the Silverwood, who sounds very manly like this. No, she's a girl, and she's a Glyven of the Silverwood with a dark past, but a wholly bright future. And she heals people, so, yeah.
I like that.
She had a couple holes in her when she died.
That's
that one
true.
time.
Yeah, got shanked
point.
by a couple of dark elves. Just over and over. Yeah,
To be fair, they barely killed me. It took them a while.
it took a really long time.
I just refused to fight them, so...
This is true.
That's true. What was it, like a 20 minutes of them just shanking you very much?
Yeah. Because I had like a passive healing at some point.
Yeah, it was pretty
So,
broken, so you were just healing yourself.
Pretty great.
Yuki.
Hello, everyone. I'm Forged, ordained here at Fantasy Forge Studios, and I play the character Mistletoe Yuki. She is a silver dragon of Flamongolith, the far north reaches. She is a bard character and a DPS bard character. She's a blade dancer, and she's 2 broadswords, including a really cool one that has some pretty sweet abilities. But yeah, she's pretty cool. She likes to donkey kick things. I think she took like 12 damage last session donkey kicking things, so that's not good for anyone, but yeah, it's good. It's good
After
time.
this adventure, joints are going to be quite sore. Specifically her left knee. And the last character we have today is Belbin.
Yes, you guys love to hate him. But I'm Connor. I play Belbin. He is a Glyven from the Roku Horn. Grew up, has a troubled past a little bit, but that doesn't stop everyone from hating him. No sympathy here. So
He's a street rat.
he's and a
Like
scoundrel.
him and
just
Waffle.
Just like Waffle. we used to run the town together. No, but Belbin, he's a DPS character, and he's a stubborn son of a gun. And yeah, sometimes I gotta roll for him, see what he's actually thinking. Sometimes it doesn't turn out for us.
That's true. He's also one of the only characters that we have here that is now in the Vice alignment. So, he is riddled with temptation. Let's just say that. And actually, if I'm not mistaken, Connor, when we first got together and played Gloomhaven, you were literally a street rat character, weren't you?
Yeah, I think so.
You were like a thief rat.
It was, mind thief. I think
the
is what it was
mind
called.
thief rat man
Yes.
in Gloomhaven.
Yeah.
Oh my
It's
gosh.
it's a constant thread throughout my life is just street rat characters.
Oh yeah, we could definitely tell that with how you normally are. That relates. No. And then we have finally our last character, Thordane, who is a support character, but he assists from the back lines with his bow. He is an elf of the Woodland Realm in Everlast, and he, spends his basically alone time studying, becoming scientific, and appreciating nature. At least from what I know now. So that's Thordane today.
He also donkey kicked a statue.
He
last
did
session.
donkey kick a statue. That's what happens when Dane controls Thordane.
What? No, he just thought that Yuki does it so well all the time, and it always works. But what he fails to realize is he's only good at judo, not kicking things. So,
yeah, that's
Yeah.
true. He
Dane-
did win a wrestling competition against Belbin.
When has donkey
Let's-
kicking things ever worked? You
Sometimes
always
it
take damage.
sometimes it does. You do it because you never know that one time where it will be the key.
Right.
You know?
Gotta do it for the fans.
Also, is donkey kicking like you turn around, get on your hands, and like kick backwards? Like that's how donkeys kick. I'm pretty
No,
sure.
It's,
I don't
just,
know.
it's just like a backwards kick.
These
You
are
don't
the
like
real
go on all
questions.
fours and donkey kick. No, you just go backwards and donkey. It's how firemen and stuff open up doors and whatnot
Ah.
when they don't have a
Battering
like
ram.
I
battering
just
ram or
assumed,
something.
but then I actually thought about like how donkeys kick, and I'm like, I don't think you're doing what you
No,
think you're doing.
no,
but...
it's not a Leonidas kick. It's like an actual like you turn around and you use the backwards momentum force
Oh, okay.
to kick it.
There
Kick
you
it
go.
open. You get more force apparently that way.
Huh.
I don't know. I don't know
Now you know.
physics. Is that correct, Connor?
Sure.
I think that's more biomechanics, but
I have a firefighter brother-in-law. I'll ask him how he donkey kicks.
Does it hurt your
So if he
he
knows-
joints?
can give us a lesson. Yeah.
See if he knows the proper terminology. Maybe he can teach Yuki something, so it'll actually
Yeah,
work one of these times.
right.
Oh my gosh. But last but not least, I am Kyle. I am the creator of this world of Everlast and this whole new game system. You might see various aspects of it as you join us on all of the adventures that we've come so far. We are on officially episode 31, session 31 since we've started streaming this. Probably close to session 80 or 90 outside of streaming. So that's
Oh my
crazy.
goodness.
But we are very happy to be back. Just a couple quick notes. Fantasy Forge Studios and Kyle LaFonte, they own all copyrights in the text, image, video, audio, graphics, story, and gameplay mechanics, and all intellectual properties involved in the creation of Everlast. But that should not stop you from using it in your own homebrew stuff. Just don't sell it and claim that it is yours. Awesome. Now that's over. Let's go ahead and jump into a little bit of recap. Yeah, a lot has happened, even though maybe the past couple of months it doesn't seem like it. But Eclaas, Eeas, they are a group of adventurers that are traveling the world to rid the world of evil, the evils of the void. They took a vacation and decided to go to an island, Aishan Island, and that's where all this whole stuff started to unravel. They killed a sorcerer, they met a Draken civilization, and they also defeated a giant earth elemental. So they've done a lot of things up until this point, but they are now the holders of the Earth Key, and as such, they have been tasked by Nalgora Cragheim, the holder of the Flame Key, to gather the two holders of the Sky Key and also the Sea Key. And so they took to their ship and made their way north up the inland strait to go talk to King Farrand first of all. Before going to try to find the holders of the Montblair family. Yes, we have a nice little map demonstration there. But yes, they sailed all the way up the inland strait to the Bay of Feshenfey, to where they discovered that King Farrand, he is more than happy to be able to come down and meet, but there is something more pressing at hand. His daughter, Princess Mile, has been taken by the Krakora. They are a recently sentient, undersea civilization of eel people that are basically competing with the Feshenfey elves for dominion of the sea, and they hate the Feshin Fey elves with a deep passion because of that. And so, in order to perhaps get the upper hand, they kidnapped his daughter, and King Farron has enlisted the help of Eclaas, his band of wonderful adventurers, to dive down beneath the ocean waves with the help of these specialized magical hoods. To make their way into the depths of Talei, which is a old, ancient, undersea mountain civilization, which actually last session, the group kind of got a little bit of lore on what this was. Essentially, it was a kingdom that, well, not quite a kingdom, a city that existed in the kingdom of Ashalanthil, and when it was taken over by Morphway, he basically laid assault on the kingdom, took it over, and started desecrating it, especially that temple itself, to the worship of the void. And with that, it was a desecrated place. And when the Great Sea took over and completely sunk this place, everyone inside died. However, with these evil energies that exist within this area, it attracted something, the Krokora. And so, they have defeated a giant shark, Vengrath. They've also solved some ice puzzles and done all kinds of things in order to find these keys, these key shards, in order to unlock a final door, hopefully being the prison chamber to Princess Mila. But upon discovering and solving the puzzle at the cathedral, they were able to reclaim the fourth key shard with their eyes set towards the Colosseum as their next destination. Eclaas, taking up their mantle of Vengrath Finn, start making their way over to the Colosseum. So. With that, I'm going to go ahead and hand it over to my players. So I guess first and foremost, is that the destination you plan on going, the Colosseum first?
Where else would we go?
It's on the way to the big tower, right?
There's another building, but the other building's closer to the main area we have to end up at.
Should we just try to ransack a random house?
Side note, I did not realize how far north we were right now.
Yeah.
Anyway.
It's, I'm glad to have you back, Connor. We missed you.
Yes, I think we should.
I tried to do him justice,
It
but
was good. It was good. You did a good job, Max.
I didn't give the full Belbin flair.
You're
on the way to the Colosseum, and we could stop by there, see if there's anything. Maybe we can ransack the Colosseum, and then we can go ransack a tower. How does that sound, Belbin?
I guess.
Do you think they left the
our
key?
Fey Weaver on his toes.
Do you think they left the key in the Colosseum?
Well, if it's in Dixie, then yes, maybe. However, Thordain chimes in. Belbin, you look worse for wears. I'm gonna heal you. He's gonna heal you 6 damage. And Yuki looking at her
that was
knee.
already determined or something.
I know. And then Yuki looking at her swollen knee joints from donkey kicking so many things last session. She's like, yeah, well, I could probably go for some too. And she's going to use a crystalline cure on herself as well. So she's going to do that.
Nice.
And so a little bit of flavor, the way that both of these heals work or how they look is, so Thordain's specifically is a... it's not necessarily a magical healing per se, but he essentially takes out his medicine kit, essentially, or herbalist supplies, and he's able to prepare basically a small kind of ointment that he's able to cover over your wounds to restore 6 hit points. Yuki, on the other hand, has a feature called Crystalline Cure, and as a silver draken, one of the properties that she has is she is unable to spit fire or ice or anything like that, but she is able to actually heal herself via the kind of ice mana that runs through her veins. And so, with that being the case, she can call on it occasionally to restore wounds, so much so that it even restores wounds if you are poisoned. For those who don't remember, poison works a little bit differently in Everlast than it does in some of your other tabletop RPGs. is, if you are poisoned, you are unable to be healed. And so it becomes a problem. So this is kind of like an emergency type of heal where she can heal herself regardless, even if she's poisoned. So, but she can only do it to herself.
Usually I am such a... I just rely on Luxalia. I just use her so much, but you know...
I'm used to being used.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. Well,
Yeah, I bet
hopefully
you feel
this
bad
comes...
about it now.
Well, it keeps us alive, so you know,
Yeah.
I'm always grateful, but at the same time, I'm glad I can finally use my cultural feat that I've had for a while that I've never used.
Haven't you always had your feet?
I have, and you know what? This is my
Does
third.
she really need her feet with those wings?
3 feet? Wow.
Yes. So are we going towards Coliseum? Yep.
Let's go!
So
Oh,
as you
oh,
do so, as you peek your heads up above the surface with this fin kind of in tow of Vengrath, you do notice that you continue to scare away all of the Crocora. As you ascend, you can see that even more. So as I had mentioned last time, there were about 15 to 20 Crocora that were now looking around kind of the upper part. There's probably now close to 40-ish that are now kind of patrolling, and they look worried, but every time they see Vengrath, they scatter. I'm gonna actually have all of you make wisdom skill checks for me.
Should we fight the Crocora to get some experience?
Use them as an experience far.
That went way off.
Wisdom, you said?
Mhm.
18 for Belvin.
15. Hold on.
18 for Thordane and 8 for Yuki.
Okay.
5.
5. Belbin, Thordane, and Zil. The three of you notice that these Crocora most likely are making their way up above because word has gotten through the town that Vengrath has descended below the soot lair. These Crocora don't look like they're patrolling per se. They look like they're trying to escape.
Right.
At least from their protection that was laid upon this ruined city. So, yeah, just do with that information as you wish.
We could try to kill him so that word would spread that even though the shark is gone, they're just like under new management. You know?
Belvin, you've looked better. Maybe save that energy for a more important fight.
I would like to get out of the water as quickly as possible, please.
You don't want to spend the next 3 hours fighting these Crocora?
Also, we're here to what if they try to ship her off? We're on a taken mission right now. We got Liam Neeson, the king.
My name is King
With
Farron's,
us.
not Liam.
Yeah, same thing. And we will find them, and we will kill them.
We've already found the Crocora, though.
Oh yeah.
So should we kill them?
No. Because they're not
Do they get a
important.
pass?
If they
Alright.
come close, you can throat chop them.
Who's the
Deal.
one who's carrying the fin, by the way?
Me
I thought it was a
and,
combination of Zil and Luxalia. I thought.
think
I think it was King Farron and me.
Oh yeah, maybe because King Farron's a good swimmer. That
Do they
shit.
know the shark movements? Like this?
I assume he does. He's a fish elf.
Yeah, that's actually kind of like one thing that you've noticed as he swims. That's exactly kind of like this what he looks like. Is he doesn't necessarily do like his arm movements too much, but he almost kind of like slithers through the ocean as he does swim like very effortlessly. Yeah, he's a skilled swimmer. So
How come none of us chose to be fashion fails?
that's a good question.
It's a very
We're
good
just
call.
sitting over here struggling our butts off, especially.
I made a couple NPCs, fashion fade, a while back.
Oh, there you go.
But
I like
Kyle
that.
never used them, so. All good.
No
That's
offense.
back when this was still D&D, so all good.
So you continue to make your way, swim across the vast distance of the city that lies below to the far north of it, which is the Colosseum. As you grow closer, one of the things that you notice as you peek down beneath the soot layer is there are fewer and fewer buildings in this general area, almost as if this Colosseum itself was placed out beyond the bounds of the normal part of the city. And it is relatively decently intact as you begin to approach. And as you do so, the top of it is completely exposed and opened. You could tell there used to at some point be a dome that extended over the top, made of some kind of shale. But it has been since broken away from time and has nestled into the bottom. So there's probably about a huge 60-foot hole in the top of it. Around the sides and edges, there are these kind of almost like Greek arches that line the outside, that again much of the inside wooden structure that was in there has completely decayed or molded away, so it's all that's left is basically stone steps that lead up to the top layers of this Colosseum, and then basically a stepped pattern down into the pit, which is where duels or competitions or anything like that would have happened in this basically arena of champions.
Get in there, Belvin. This is your chance to shine.
Can Yuki make a perception check to see if there's like anything actually living or anything down in here?
Sure. So, question. So you're coming in kind of from this southern side here.
Oh, yeah.
Where is everyone want to be positioned?
King Farron and I will be in the middle since
I
we're
guess
the
I'm in
fin.
front. I'm always in the front.
I feel like Bellin will be in the back. I think there's people are gonna come in after us and like come at us from the
I
behind.
get it, Belvin's afraid. Makes sense.
Yuki will kind of just be in the middle, I guess, of
He
everything.
provoked a giant shark.
Thordain
So you better be
is
careful. I'm in Vice. I'm getting close to not like caring what I do to you.
Interesting.
And with that, you make your way in. This place is dark, but you can tell that there is some interesting plants that have begun to take root here. These are akin to the bioluminescent algae that's growing, but these are actual plants. And on where the plant is supposed to be flowering, there's almost kind of these bulbs that are shedding this light, and they are in every direction, basically scattered throughout the contents of this arena. Yuki, make a perception check for me.
Perception?
Yeah, this was as you went to scout out to see if there was.
Do we have perception as a thing?
Sorry, not perception, wisdom.
Oh. That's a 12.
From what you can tell, other than the odd fish or two that are swimming through this area, you don't notice anything suspicious in particular. However, the one thing you do see is there are bits of, it almost looks like snow that seems to be floating around in every direction that you look. But it doesn't, you reach out to touch and it's difficult and it gets pushed away. This doesn't seem to be ice, but it is a white floating substance that is like floating in every direction.
Can I make an elemental check? Since
Yeah,
I know ice well. Deciphering if it is, you know?
yeah, absolutely.
Oh, I'm really bad at elemental, but hey, I don't know if I've ever rolled elemental. That's real bad, by the way. That's an 8. That's not, that's like...
This is not ice,
Okay.
but you don't know what it is.
Nice.
Is it fish guts?
This is not ice, everyone. This is
Can I
a
poke it?
substance.
A substance.
Can I poke it?
You try, and as you do so, it kind of cascades around the side of you. It seems to be moving with the water movement, the how you're moving the water. So it's a very light, almost kind of like a dust-like substance.
Has it been following us? Because if so, Yuki's gonna make fun of Belbin, saying he needs to take a bath.
No, it has not been. You
That
noticed
dander
it as
taken
soon as you
care of.
entered this Coliseum.
Okay. Well, Thordane's gonna check to see if it seems to be a living organism of sorts.
Okay, I'm gonna have him make a knowledge skill check for me.
All right, Thordane, knowledge, come on. That is good. 12 plus 3. What is that? 15.
15. As he examines it and looks at it, it is not a living substance, but it is absolutely organic material.
This is flesh, Thordane says. Of sorts. Organic of sorts. We should be careful.
Is this part of was it Vengrath?
Oh. But it's only in the Colosseum. Right? If it was part of Vengrath, it would be kind of everywhere. I would think. But who knows, maybe it is.
Is this their graveyard?
King Fand, do you know what this is?
It looks like flesh to me, if Thordane's keen eye says anything, but as far as this Coliseum goes, I have no idea what it is, and I do concur with Yuki that perhaps this isn't Vengrath. I mean, maybe there's some of this falling off of that fin, but I'm sure that the main courtyard that we fought Vengrath in is going to look like this in a matter of time.
Did we know this was was it recognizably a Coliseum?
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. Like the way that it was kind of arched up and domed, and just the general shape of it, it was very clearly a Coliseum. This was a big presence, menacing kind of structure.
Hey,
So
let's be
are we,
aware
like,
of
floating
undead.
above?
Yeah, actually, that's a good question. Are you floating above, like in the hole looking in, or are you coming through the side arches?
I assume come in from the top. We have the high ground.
Although, would we have had to go out of the layer and go down into it if we were coming through the top?
Technically, yes, but you could probably do that relatively quickly.
I guess that depends on what Luxalia and King Farron wanted to do.
Yeah, we'll go on the top.
Okay, let me rearrange.
Do you know if they... Well, if their Coliseums worked anything like the ones we've experienced, do you think they cleaned it after?
Nope.
Thordane pipes in, this is organic matter. It's a matter of discovering what this matter is.
I'm wondering if this is the, say, losers of the games.
Yeah, probably.
That's astute. Should we spread out and look? Thordane pipes in.
Look for what?
The shard, of course. That's what we're here for, right?
Yeah.
It makes sense.
Let's stay together though, because I have a feeling in a Coliseum there could be a lot of things that we might have to fight. Or traps.
I like how there's a big pimple on the map. Thordane wants to explore the pimple.
Oh.
Smack dab in the... Yeah. Smack dab in the middle right here.
Okay. Is anyone going with Thordane?
Probably
No.
a good idea.
Yuki will. Because Yuki, you know, him and her are like this.
You're
They have
literally like
one
the
mind.
same person. Okay.
Belvin would like to explore like right over here.
Okay.
Hence the staying together idea. It's going well.
King Farron, Luxalia, and Zill. What are you guys doing?
I'll go with him.
I'll go with Belbin.
All right. So you make your way over in this direction, and Zill, where do you want to go investigate? Over here too, or here, or
I'll go with Yuki and Thornton.
okay. So King Farron will go over here too. For you, we'll just do 2 groups of 3. How does that sound? So first and foremost, let's go ahead and explore this kind of area in the center. One thing that does draw your attention is there seems to be one of these flowering plants growing out of the direct middle of this this arena. You swim down to investigate, and immediately you are brought with in confrontation with a mound of bones.
Can Thordane conclude that this is exactly where this puff of flesh is coming from?
He looks at it. He sniffs.
As he does.
Yes, he does. Yeah, absolutely. You can tell that there's some of the stuff on top is for sure fresher, but it doesn't look to be bones of any humanoids per se. This looks to be a mixture of fish and even long, almost snake-like bones, as if they were Krakora.
Well, we better be careful. This doesn't look good. What is the thing that's flowering in the center?
It is those plants that you had noticed when you made your descent in, where it's kind of bioluminescent, but instead of where flowers should be, there's almost these small bulbs of light.
How's your Peter tingle going, Zill? Do you feel the tingles here?
Do I?
You do not.
Okay. I mean, I've got the heebie-jeebies, but that's not the same.
I guess that's true.
I like the Bee Gees.
King Farron just looks at you just out of nowhere.
That's nice, Natalia.
Yeah,
Tell me more about that.
it's got a nice, lovely falsetto, you know? Come on, you have to know the Bee Gees, Belvin. You're from Glyven Land.
Was the lead singer a Glyven?
Yeah.
Is his name BG?
No, his name was B. His friend's name was G. Hence the Bee Gees.
Oh my goodness.
Maybe you can show me him sometime. Not weirdly though, you know.
Yeah.
King Farron, he
okay.
chimes in. I do vaguely remember that there was a couple of bards that came through
Oh no.
Feshin Fey.
Oh yeah.
You said falsetto. They did have a higher pitch to their voices when they sang at the tavern.
It's true. That's what I just channel their music when I'm trying to keep people alive, you know?
Do you want to
Resuscitate.
sing while we're like inspecting here, just to give us some background
Yeah,
entertainment?
you know, like
Inspiration.
stay alive, you know?
King
Classic.
Farron goes, "Ah, yes, that's my favorite. At first I was afraid. I was
yeah.
petrified."
Wait a second.
Zill, being the uncultured swine that he is, just looks around.
Yeah.
What's happening?
You know, Zill, I just think they're making the best of a dark situation. You know,
We can break out and dance and have a dance off. That's maybe what this type of coliseum's for. Us
There
versus
could be a
them.
dance coliseum. That's a good point. I've never
Yes.
heard of that, but
We don't know what kind of coliseum this is, so
that's true. These were ancient
Can you still
times.
hear me?
yeah.
Yeah, we can hear you.
Huh, the mute button on the mic doesn't work. That's weird.
by the way, Kyle, is there any way we can decipher or see what's done these to these Krakora?
Yeah, you can go ahead and make a knowledge skill check. I'm gonna have Azil, Thordain, and Yuki do that.
Oh,
But
dear.
Belbin, Luxalia, and King Farron, what are you guys checking out and looking for? Are you just like generally looking at the architecture of the structure, or was there anything that drew your attention to this area?
I think Belbin is interested in like if it's a sandy bottom up on the wall, and then kind of like looking at the stands or whatever's outside there.
So the kind of the general gist of the look of this is it's absolutely a sandy bottom. You can tell that a lot of this sediment that is down here is very old and has been relatively undisturbed. But there are also a bunch of basically shale rocks that have fallen down, mostly from where the roof collapsed in. And with that being the case, you see that in these steps there are large chunks taken out of it. There is about a 15-foot difference from the bottom of the sand. Basically, there's this giant wall that goes up to the first layer of stands. So basically, like this between here and here, it's about 15 feet. And then it descends up gradually off in basically the general direction. So, yes. And then you do notice that they're up above here, kind of on this first platform, kind of walkway platform, there is one of these flowers as well.
Can I try to pick one of the flowers?
Yeah, sure. You reach out, and as you grip it, it feels almost warm to the touch. And you pick one, and it glows for you directly in front, and then it begins to flicker, and then it no longer glows, but you can still see that it's kind of this bluish green type of flower, but it's no longer glowing.
Okay.
Flower killer.
Are there
That's
are there
the
like
raid.
tons of these flowers around, or are there like just a few of them?
There's a decent amount.
Okay.
You have no idea of knowing. Actually, I'm gonna have you make a knowledge skill check to see if you know what this is.
I will probably not with that roll. Let's see, knowledge. 5.
5. This doesn't look ultimately familiar to you. The only reference points that you could have is your time spent in the Subterran when you were taken originally way back at the very beginning by Nymphixa and the Dark Elves down there. Also, as a part of your kind of past life, as part of the Cascade Brigade, there were many places and many missions that you went on that sent you into dark places. And you have seen bioluminescence, but usually the bioluminescence comes from the realm of the Subterran. So if there is any connection to that, it's curious, because that should not be in.
Do you guys hear that?
I
Is something
do.
coming?
Does, does this sound better? My mic wasn't plugged in properly.
Oh.
Yes.
Yeah.
We could definitely hear. That's for sure.
Is this the right mic?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sounds
Yep.
like it.
Nope.
No,
Okay,
I
here
can't hear you now.
Great. For some reason, it didn't register when I first plugged in. We're
There you
good.
go.
Also, guys,
Perfect.
I have a runaway dice, and I've lost it. I've lost a dice. I don't
What
know where
happens? You'll find it one of these days.
Oh
Clean
no.
it is. So that's why I disappeared for a second.
Nice.
But I got a 10 on my knowledge roll, if that matters.
Yeah.
anymore.
Thordain got an 18 and Yuki got an 11.
Oh, okay. So, and the three of you, as you begin to investigate this bone pile, so who got an 18? Someone get an 18?
Thordain.
Thordain got an
did.
18. One of the things that he discovers is directly kind of in the center of this basically mass pile of bones, there is a large indent, as if something large lay here.
Oh. How large?
Very large.
As in girth-wise or length-wise?
Both.
Mm.
As in shark size?
It's bigger than your average shark.
Well, we fought a shark that's bigger than your average shark.
You can do with that information as you wish.
Thordain's like, I feel like Vengrath has been here, but no more. Perchance this is his lair. What do you think, Zil? What do you
He
think
is
about
so
that?
confused.
Yuki's just
He's
like,
just looking at it like, what?
this is just gross. It makes me wonder if we dig a little further if we'll find any more evidence. With Yuki's 11, did she find anything?
So as she continues to kind of dig through these, you start to begin to see that absolutely the vast majority of these bones are made up of Krakora carcass. Again, there's the fish here and there, but you can tell that whatever lived here liked to feast on the residents.
Are there any signs other than this indent that the creature that this belongs to has been here recently?
Ooh, has been here recently. With your 11, you can deduce that probably within the past 24 hours, but you're unsure if it was like 10 minutes ago or whatnot. This seems decently freshly indented, if that makes sense.
Do sharks like lay when they sleep? I don't know. I'm not a biologist. How do they sleep?
Meta? No.
Oh.
They swim when they sleep.
But
If
Vengrath's
they
a
stop
thick
swimming,
boy.
they'll die.
Well, Vengrath's a thick boy, so
It's true.
Dane, I don't think this is.
But this is also Everlast, where sharks might be different than the real world. So who knows? They might lay in Everlast.
I think this is Vengrath's lair. Is the hole in the top big enough for Vengrath to come in here?
Yeah.
Okay. I have suspicions.
Is this his home?
I mean, maybe, potentially. I can't remember, Kyle. Is there any way for us to be able to, like, pinpoint these things, these shards or these keys by going, like,
How many
doing this
do we have? How many do
something?
we need?
4 of
We
them.
need one more.
Four of
Four or
5.
five.
Oh,
Um,
hold on. If this is Vengrath's lair, we were probably supposed to fight him here. So we should probably go to the last location.
this is the last location, I thought.
There's one.
There's one more. There's a big tower. Yeah. Well,
Is this his bed?
Thordain pipes in.
Weird.
It looks to be the size. It is peculiar indeed. Who would want to lay on such filth? I wouldn't.
Before we decide to go somewhere else, Kyle, can Belbin go up to like the top and just look around to see if anything is heading this way?
Okay. You
Just
swim up.
Like a surveyor or like the crow's nest?
I'm going to have you make a stealth check for me as you
No.
pop your head up
Gosh.
above the soot layer.
Belbin.
Nat 16, baby.
Oh, yeah.
I think
you
that's
blend
a
into the night.
20.
Yeah, you blend into the darkness. And as you survey, again, it's dim light, so it's very difficult to tell, like, make out exact features of things. But you can see that there is just the general swimming around. There doesn't seem like there's anything that is beelining towards you.
Okay. I'll swim down and just tell everyone, looks like our coast is clear. We don't have any company.
Is there anything we can loot quickly? See if there's
Go ahead and make
anything
a
cool
focus
in
skill
here.
check for me.
See if there's anything cool in here. That's an 11.
11.
Oh. 17.
Everybody can make loot checks for me. Focus skill checks.
Woo! I want to loot.
Focus. 15 for Belbin.
15, okay.
16.
18 for Thordain.
Okay. we'll go one at a time. Zill, what did you get?
17.
17. So, Zill, you were able to find, as you dig through this pile of bones, a couple of things. You find what looks to be one of the Krakora spears. You can go ahead and add essentially like an iron spear to your inventory. Additionally, as you dig through, you find a very interesting shield. This looks to be a very ancient make, and surprisingly, there's no rust on it at all. You examine the metal, and this is a metal that you're decently familiar with. It is a Damascus shield, and on the front of it, in chipped paint, there is a basically a sigil of something that you are unfamiliar with.
It's pretty sweet.
Nice.
Luxalia.
16.
16. Yeah, as you kind of scrounge around kind of the side areas in the stands, you are able to find a total of 22 Evercoin.
Ooh.
Nice.
They still used Evercoin back then? That's crazy.
You have no idea.
Oh.
So this could be a new introduction or not.
Oh.
But these coins are in decently good shape.
22, you said?
Yes, 22. Yuki, what did you roll?
11.
11. You're able to find basically like a couple of old kind of dirty trinkets that these are able to that basically these Krakora have essentially taken up as their own, probably from shipwrecks or something like that. You essentially are able to get 4 like lost trinkets, you can call them. Each of them are going to be worth 1d3 EC a piece. So if you to sold to the right buyer.
So 1d4
1d3.
D3? What the heck's a
Yeah,
D3?
you roll a d6, and then on a 1-2
Okay.
it's a 1, 3, 4 it's a 2.
D3.
Or ask Google to roll a D3.
Everpiece? Everpiece?
Yeah, Everpiece. Oh, no, Evercoin. Evercoin, sorry.
Cool.
EC.
Sounds good.
And Belbin.
15.
15. As you look around, the things that you have actually taken more of a curious look at are these plants. As you kind of look more towards their roots, you have actually found a way to potentially still harvest these bulbs without breaking their like light function.
Cool.
Essentially, it still has to have some kind of dirt that the roots can set in, and the stem can't be torn or broken. If that's the case, then the bulb loses. And so you're able to scoop up a decent amount of this material. You can go ahead and add to your inventory glowing bulb moss. Not moss,
Okay.
flower. Gold glowing bulb flower.
Okay.
That's cool.
You have no idea what it can be used for, but it still continues to shed a glow as long as you hold it.
Sweet.
It's like a 5-foot radius glow.
Very cool.
And then Thordane, if he
18.
18 for him, dang, freaking Thordane.
Yeah.
He continues to search around, and additionally, he gets 22 EC.
Sweet. I had to add more to Calvinish's stash. It's good.
Oh yeah.
Oh gosh.
Can Belbin go and like swim? You said there were like arches
Yes.
that we could have gone through. Can
Yeah.
Belbin use his glowing light to look through those and
So you do
Luxalia
so.
will like my light?
And you notice that they're all entrances in and out of this place, and they're in a relatively good constructed condition. They almost look restored, but there is no writing or anything that would be visible to determine like what these pillars could be, or other than the fact from what you've learned from the cathedral that it most likely belongs to the ancient civilization that used to be here.
Are there any wooden treasure chests?
There are not, unfortunately.
Dang. No hook shot for beating this mini boss.
No, you did
And
get
you
a
don't-
freaking harpoon though earlier.
Oh yeah.
Thordan
And a
has
fin.
the. Well, who has the harpoon? Someone has it.
Well, Thordan dropped it. Someone went and picked it up, though. I can't remember who. Was
Probably
it Winsalia?
I think it was
I don't
Belden.
remember.
Not Belden.
I don't think it was. I
Zill.
don't think. Yeah.
I think it was
Was it?
Zill at the beginning of last session. That would make sense.
Did I
the,
get the harpoon?
the spear of a
I think Winsalia did, I feel.
I don't think it was me.
Maybe I did.
I think
Oh yeah, I
Winsalia
did.
Spear of a
Yeah.
Shaolin
Yeah. know
It's a
where
cool
it
spear.
went.
So if you want something like a hook shot, this is pretty close. It's a regular
Nice.
spear, and it fires up to 15 feet. And any creature that has the Aquian keyword attached to it, it does double damage. So it's basically a D6 one-handed, D8 two-handed, times 2. To those, and you can hook them and draw them in up to 15 feet. So that's pretty cool.
Spear of who?
A Shaolin.
A Shaolin, the city. ASH.
I tried. We'll talk about it later.
Sweet. Yeah, it looks like you've looted this place out pretty good. You've found pretty much everything of interest here.
Well, on to the next place.
All right.
Onward.
Onward.
It looks like we
same
fought
trajectory.
Jengrath way too early.
Same
Woohoo!
trajectory. Well,
Yeah.
and think about it. It was true. A natural 1 stealth check will preemptively start a boss fight.
True that.
So.
True that.
But yeah, you go ahead and you make your way out of the Colosseum with Vengrath's fin in tow as you start to make your way towards the taller building. This is, again, decently far away. It's on the far western side of the city. Kind of closer to the middle, but it takes you probably about a 15 to 20 minute swim to get there.
Nice. It kind of reminds me of when I was playing Tears of the Kingdom, and I accidentally stumbled upon the construct building quest with Minoru.
Yep.
And then I actually get to that point in the game. I'm like, oh, whoops.
Yep. When I was playing Breath of the Wild, I was just kind of over. I didn't even know the dungeons, and you could get spoilers. You could get spiritual stones to be able to use in battle. And in my off-stream file, I'm like, what is this place? And I went in, and that was the first one I got, even though it's the last one you're supposed to get.
Yeah. Classic.
Freaking
It is
happens,
what
man.
it is, I guess. Yeah.
Technically, this is designed. You can do it in any order. So, but yes,
True.
you continue over to this building, and this one is by far the tallest. It's not necessarily, from what you can tell, above the soot layer, the most expansive. That probably lends itself to most likely the, what's it called? The cathedral. However, you do swim over in this general direction, and you see that this tower looks to be added onto. I'm going to have all of you make wisdom skill checks for me.
Oh no. Ooh.
Uh,
9.
9.
6.
Nice.
9.
9.
Yuki got a 14, Thordan got a 5.
Did you find out anything about this? 9. No, just kidding. Yes, this is. You all realize that from the outset that this doesn't look original. You all notice that there are kind of these this coral that seems to have been either grown or placed onto this tower, extending it up and above. But Yuki, one of the things that you find is this isn't your typical stone. This is actually brick. And at the very top of this pillar, if you wish to go up, you can attempt to investigate. But there seems to be a small little hole at the top of this tower.
Yuki points that out to the group, and she says, "I think this is brick. I don't know what it is, but I seem to spy a hole. I'm not confident myself in going up there. Would someone like to go investigate?"
You got this, Belvin.
Yep, I'm going.
Make a stealth check for me.
Thanks for the encouragement, Luxalia.
You're welcome. You're stealthy. I'm just, we're using our strengths here.
Yeah, strengths. All right, stealth check.
Stealth check.
Ooh. Are we technically in darkness?
Technically, yes, you are.
Fantastic. Then that makes it a 15.
15. You swim up to the top of this pillar, and it probably extends another 20 feet above the soot layer. So this is a very, very tall tower-like structure. And it's exactly as Yuki had assumed. There is about a 5-foot opening at the very tip of this structure, and it's basically a blackened hole that descends deep into the belly of this building.
Good thing you have the light, boss.
Yeah, can Belbin stick his head down without going too far down? Like,
Yeah.
secure himself just in case he gets sucked down or something, but see if he can see anything?
You stick your head inside this hole. Do you have any? Are you using like the bulbs as like your light source or anything like that?
No, right now more just like reconnaissance
Okay.
rather than.
I'm gonna have you make a wisdom skill check as you stick your head down into the hole in this tower.
12.
12. There is almost a disturbing amount of silence. You don't see any light coming down from the other end, but as it's kind of like you know how what's a good way to explain this? If you like go into like a soundproof room and like you close the door and immediately like you're alone with your thoughts, that's how it feels sticking your head into this hole. It's all of the basically just general underwater noises, the swishes and everything seem to almost go silent as you look down in here.
Is there any like water being like forced up, or is there hot water or anything like that? Is the temperature of the water? Everything else
still.
is normal?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And I'm at like the top of the building looking into a hole. Do I see anything else on the horizon?
Like out,
around or
around.
up or yeah, not necessarily in the hole, but
you've noticed that everywhere that there is this fin, the Crocora seem to have kind of taken a wide berth. They are very observant, but fortunately they haven't seen you looking into this hole, and so they are out in other places, and there's almost kind of like this dome of protection that's keeping the other Crocora away from you. But other than that, no, same old, just your mountain underwater cavern.
okay. Let me see what Belvin's gonna do. He is going to take out his bioluminescent stuff and go down the hole.
Okay. And immediately as you pull out this flower, a bluish glow begins to light up the brick that is around you. This is absolutely new construction. It looks to be relatively recent, probably within the past 1 or 2 years, that this brick has been constructed, and you begin to go deeper and deeper into the hole. And you can see that the brick suddenly becomes stone, and you find yourself directly, not beneath you, but to your left as you dive down to be a entrance. You stick your or like an exit to this tunnel. You stick your head out and you can see that there is also additional glowing, shedding about the same amount of light as your flower. And
Belvin will cover up his flower really quick.
Okay, you cover it up.
But keep going.
Make a dexterity check for me.
Dexterity. 18.
18. You very successfully do it as this light kind of comes into your view. and you find yourself in what looks to be, just on the onset, a library. There are shelves upon shelves upon shelves of empty shelves, relatively, of what used to hold books or things like that. But off in random corners of this library, you can see that there are small glowing orbs that rest upon the shelves. And you can just barely make out the shadow of something large moving off between the bookshelves in the distance.
Okay, let me see if Belbin's fine getting out of here now. He is. I think so. We're gonna go back up and try to rejoin the group without being seen by this big fella.
Okay, so you successfully...
Wait, I missed that. There's a Biggins inside there?
There's a big shadow.
Big shadow,
Oh.
yep.
Oh.
That's moving
That's
around
moving
in there
between
that I
the
can see.
bookshelves.
We should go fight it.
Death wish.
It's probably some crazy mind creature that just like takes control of you and is just like it's in the library, you know. So it's a library. It's a big nerd. It's just a big nerd with mind control powers.
All right, so Belbin, you successfully make your way back out the top. I'm gonna have you make a stealth check as you attempt to swim back down beneath.
Come on, another natural. I'm wasting all my natural 16s.
Yep,
all
you
right.
do so.
Are you?
Fortunate.
There's no big shark coming if I don't that we know of.
It's true.
Anyway,
But you make your way back and you rejoin everybody.
great. I'll tell everyone. Can we talk underwater? I
Yeah.
kind of forget.
Yeah,
We
you can
talk,
like hear
right?
you
Okay.
can hear each other within a 15-foot bubble of yourselves.
Yeah, I'll tell them about the big cave, the dark cave, the stillness, the creepiness. Going down into it and seeing a big creepy shadow that we'll probably need to kill.
Is the big creepy
But he's a
shadow
big
a
nerd.
giant owl spirit?
He's a giant nerd. That's all we know. A big nerd.
And probably.
Owl spirit
In the
wearing
library.
glasses.
Oh yeah. Bing.
So what do you think, guys? Should we go and
Yeah.
go in?
I'm game. Yeah. Just be
Let's
quick
do
about
it.
it.
Yeah, let's be stealthy though.
Yeah.
Got
Up we
it?
go. And in.
Up you go. Fortunately, with your nat 20, Belbin, everybody successfully... Sorry, nat 16 for a total of 20.
It was a 20.
For
Yes.
a total of 20. With your nat 16, you're able to guide everybody up the top of this pillar and make your way one by one into the bowels of this building. What's your order that you're descending into here?
I think it's clear. Zill's up front.
Yeah, and he's like a weight, so he just sinks down that little tunnel.
Boom, 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 boom.
And then who's next?
You know, Yuki will pull up behind, you know, the brawn coming in.
I can go next with my little light. Maybe after Yuki, before, I don't care.
Okay. And then Luxalia, Thordan.
Thordan will go last. He'll go last.
And last but not least,
Fancy.
you emerge out of the tunnel, and as you look behind you, you quickly realize that this looks to be an old fireplace. And around you on all sides, there are kind of decrepit, somewhat demolished-looking furniture, as if these were some kind of reading nooks. You look up and back around you to each side of this area, and you notice that they're, again, lined with bookshelves, and these are stone bookshelves. They're not your typical wood that would have decayed with time, but this seems to be whatever the entrance, that whatever is coming in and out of here is, or at least some kind of back entrance of sorts.
Hey, Thordan. Belbin will be looking at all the walls and everything.
Mhm.
You're a learned man.
I'd like to think I am.
Do you know why they have a fireplace underwater?
Well, I think it's clear that this was once a library that was not underwater.
Good point. That's it.
That's nice. I like that. Well, so some say that there is a legend that during the winter months, a big jolly man in a red suit comes down such fireplaces. Are we all wearing red suits?
His suit would get so dirty.
Were there any bells in the tower?
I don't get it.
Yes.
Maybe it's like a scouting post.
Well, it's a chimney, is what it is.
Oh, so there weren't any bells.
Yeah.
So you're saying they just built this for Santa?
Yes. So he comes
right.
down, and, even underground and in ancient times, little tots needed gifts.
Santa
Um,
goes to fight the
Or it's
lion.
just like a quick exit.
Luxalia, make a wisdom skill check for me.
Oh, I will. And I'm so wise. But not today. 9.
9. That does, like, all this conversation about this being a chimney, the one thing that does stand decently clear to you is why they would add more to it. Why wouldn't they just keep it as, like, just a, if it is just a backdoor exit, why is it just a, why didn't they just leave it the size that it was?
They obviously built upon it. Therefore, they wanted it taller to be more impressive.
Or maybe so the soot doesn't get in, potentially.
Yeah, that too. Yeah. So that it's clear down here.
It actually
Okay.
is. One of the things
Nice.
that you notice as you look out around here is it is completely clear and one of the first buildings that is completely soot-free.
Wow.
Hmm.
There you go.
Immaculate.
They just didn't want it. It wasn't about, like, impressing anyone, I guess.
I guess we'll never know. Maybe.
All right.
Anyways,
Well,
you are
let's
here.
explore.
Is the shadow here? Do we see the shadow? The nerd, the big nerd?
Make a focus skill check for me.
Oh my gosh.
All of us or just Yuki?
Just Yuki.
Well, this is pretty good. I was an 18, so
18.
she's more focused.
You did notice a shadow. Here, I'll just go ahead and use this pirate token. You did notice a shadow as
Welcome
you,
home, good
come
hunter.
down here, moving in this
What
general
is it you
direction
desire?
and disappearing behind this pillar of shelves.
Do you think he's nice?
Maybe it's Santa. Yuki pipes up.
The addition to the chimney was just a trap, and they've trapped him down here.
That's true. It's true.
This is our last episode before Christmas.
It's appropriate.
Christmas adventure. Everybody needs a nice anime Christmas side story.
Yeah.
True.
What was
This is
your
it.
worst Christmas experience?
I mean, aside from just a shadow, were we able to? Was Yuki able to get any details about?
So this absolutely
Anything?
is a absolutely a library, and there are two different kinds of lights that you see. So you did notice that there were like the spherical ones that are on the shelves that Belvin had noticed, but there are also lanterns that are built into the side of the wall, and inside these lanterns are basically dirt and those flowers that looks like have been harvested and put inside the lantern. So there are the different bulbs. So these little blue, like, glowing ones are what Belbin is carrying around. And they're kind of spread throughout. And then these other kind of greenish ones are the spheres that are placed on the shelves.
So there's no books.
There's no books. It looks like there's books there, but there's not, because there's not an empty bookshelf thing on incarnate, which is
Hey Zill, hold my flower, and I'll give it to Zill.
What? Ah!
Then Belvin wants to just stealthily go to where he last saw the shadow.
okay.
Like, try to
If
stalk
you
it.
want to go ahead and broadcast your mouse and point to wherever you want to go, just so it's a little easier for me to see.
When he was originally down there, where did he see the shadow?
Right here, and you saw the shadow going in this direction southwards.
Okay. Belvin will be making his way this way then.
Okay.
And where
I'm
did
gonna-
Yuki see the shadow again?
You saw it coming down this way and going this direction.
Okay, Yuki, I will obviously say that information to the party.
Which route
Okay.
are you going to take, Belvin, to go there?
Belvin will go this way.
Make a stealth check for me.
12.
So as you swim down, you notice that this is the lowest part of the library. It rises up on both sides in each direction, and there are small kind of risen platforms over on each of these two sides as well. You duck down beneath this wall as you use... Are you using your flower? I don't remember.
No, I gave it to Zill.
Okay, yeah, that's right. And you begin to follow the shadows that are being casted. And as you stealth in front of them, like, it briefly blocks out the lights, but you're able to come to... What was your stealth check for me?
12.
12. You're able to remain hidden as you see a large creature. It's Krokora in shape, but it extends probably about 20 feet in length, almost double the size as it swims out in this direction.
Okay. If it's 20 feet, is it still like tailing behind, or is it? Would I be good to? Okay, can I wait for it to pass, then move on this way?
Make a stealth check for me.
10.
10. You're just able to go as you swim. You can hear a little as you move a little bit too aggressively, and this thing turns back. You're all able to see this creature before it starts making its way back towards you as a group. It immediately turns around, but it just misses you as you go out of view. Belvin.
What do I?
Oh,
Well,
God.
do I see anything else around me?
You do.
And, like, am I gathering any new information from being here?
So shelves upon shelves, although this route that you decided to take to the south, they're all empty shelves. There's nothing here. And so this is going to be the darkest corner of the library, as it were. You haven't been able to come close enough to any of the spheres up to this point to be able to determine what they are. But you're basically just like going out here and trying to discover if there's any creatures outside of just this creature.
Okay. Belvin will continue. He wants to make his way up this way, and I don't know how far down he can go, but kind of that's the route he'll want to take.
Okay. I'm gonna have everybody up here.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have you make all
I-
agility survival checks.
Oh my
Oh
lord.
dear.
Yeah.
Oh, well.
Oh dear.
Nice.
Nice.
I'll take it.
While Belvin's doing this, I would like to explore. I mean, obviously after we make this check, but I eventually would like to explore back here.
Zill, Luxalia, Yuki, Thordane, and I got to roll for King Farron too. He got a 16.
Yeah, it's a good thing freaking Bell Thordane has good agility, is all I have to say.
Okay, what is it? What are your scores?
Non-natural 16.
So Yuki got a nat 16 for a 19. Thordane got a 12 total.
Okay.
18.
18. Wow, you guys are freaking killing it.
Let's go.
You all are able to duck out of line of sight of the creature as it turns this direction and makes its way up. It hooks around to the left and starts going up in this general direction.
Oh, I thought we were about to ambush it. Yeah.
I mean, can we?
Yes, Luxalia. I mean, if you want to jump out and just start attacking, feel free. But Luxalia, you said you wanted to go up and investigate up here?
Yeah.
Okay, so you do so. Belbin, you are stealthing back over in this direction, but first I'm going to have you make a wisdom skill check for me.
Okay. 6.
6. Make a stealth check for me.
Oh, jeez. 8.
You begin slinking this way, and you hear in the water, just off to your left, some disturbance.
I'm facing like this way, right? Or have I turned the corner and am I looking?
Yeah.
Which way is my left?
Your left is
this way. Is my left?
This way is your left.
My left is this
you're
way.
Probably facing kind of like this general direction. So off to
Okay.
your left.
I will try to kind of move this way fast to get in like a defensible position in case something comes at me.
Okay.
Yeah, like there, kind of.
Okay.
And then get ready for battle.
You do so, and you turn around, and you don't see anything has followed behind you.
Okay. What is this room that I'm in? Are these still just library shelves?
These are library shelves and also desks. And so as you made your way up here, kind of running away from the noise that you heard, there are basically 2 study desks, and up on this platform here, there are shelves, one of which to the south has these glowing spheres on them.
Okay. Can I see what's over here?
You could continue upwards in this general direction. This is a front door. This door
Is it locked?
has one of those vault locks on it. This is relatively new. It is iron made or steel made, and it seems to be completely locked tight shut.
Zil could appreciate this.
For a donkey kick.
Now's not the time, Yuki. Okay, then Belbin would like to make his way over and take a better look at these glowing orbs.
Okay, you do so. Luxalia, I'm gonna have you make a wisdom skill check for me. Luxalia, what are you doing?
I'm investigating the area.
Okay, just general the area.
Yeah.
Go ahead and make a wisdom skill check for me.
Do you want me to use the roll I just rolled or roll again?
Did I ask you to make one before?
I thought you just did, but I'll re-roll because it was a natural 1. So. 15.
15. You look around, and this is more study areas. But as you turn the corner, you notice that you have come close also to these orbs. Not orbs, spheres that are sitting upon the shelf. However, you also notice that sleeping off in the corner.
Oh no.
Oh dear.
Is one of these creatures.
Nice.
Ooh.
Ooh! I drop into stealth. I crouch.
I'm gonna make a stealth check for me.
All right. Nice. 6.
6. As you do so, the creature looks up and it peeks its head, and it looks around, but you can tell that it is very groggy as it lays its head back down.
Ooh. I make my way back to like King
Does that
Fairy.
mean it's like right next to Yuki?
It's up, so there's like a 5-foot platform, and then there's stairs
Okay.
that go up, and so it's on top
All
of
right.
this platform. So you could be like,
All right.
and see that it's sleeping right here.
I'm gonna tell King Farron really quietly that there's not a Korok. That's not what they're called.
Krokora.
Krokora.
Koroks are very cute. Krokora are not.
Yeah. Up there.
That's a fair point.
And then I'm gonna like gesticulate across the way and be like,
Yuki will peep up, seeing what Yuki or it looks like he's gesturing in.
You see, literally a mere 10 feet away from where you're looking up, you see this giant creature.
Giant? Like how big giant?
20 feet in length.
Oh! Is
I
this
mean,
bigger than
gosh.
any of the other?
Yeah,
Is this
these
bigger
are
than
like
any-
double the size of the Krokora that you have fought, and they are basically like long, almost snake-like. Think of like anaconda-like. They are still Krokora. They have arms, and they're like still eel-like, but they are much larger. Although one thing that you do notice is it doesn't seem to be wearing any armor. It has basically some like rags as cloth, and they aren't carrying any weapons.
Yuki notices this and relays the information to Thordane, and Thordane will then relay the information to Zil.
nice.
And it stops the Zil apparently.
So punch it.
Well, I was thinking, have you seen, it's this series of plays that's put on in the North where it's this one group of people who get this ring of power, and they go and stay at an inn, and there's these evil black things that come in and they stab the pillow like that. I was thinking about doing something like that.
Wait!
I
What
see
if-
where you're going
How
with
about-
this.
I know that he's like part of an evil race, even though that seems kind of racist. But like, couldn't we just like sneak by him since he's defenseless and just like take one of those orbs and not kill him in his sleep?
That's not fun though. Looks
Yeah, but like,
that seems very dangerous as well.
he's still
I-
one of Alomnia's creatures.
Can I make
And he hasn't
a
done
lore
anything to
check?
A lore check regarding what?
if this is one of Alomnia's creatures.
Make a knowledge check for me.
It's pretty good. Hey, hold up. Knowledge. That's +2. 14.
All creatures that live and all creatures that exist are creatures made by the hand of Alomnia. However, to different degrees, they serve him or don't serve him. These creatures, from what you've learned from King Farron up until this point, it is in relative recent years that they've grown some kind of sentience. Maybe not recent in your guys' lifetime, but to an elf in recent years. And they're cunning and evil, and they hate the Fesh and Fey elves, but that's all you're able to deduce from that.
Well, they're evil, Luxalia. I feel like
Yeah,
it'd just
but,
be
like,
safer to
he's-
dispatch of him.
He's still defenseless. You never know. There's redemption for everyone. I haven't always been Miss Goody Goody.
But were you an animal at one point? I know Belbin was, but he's different.
I mean,
Talk about a defenseless creature right now. He's not even there.
know,
that's
not-
not
defend
me
himself.
personally, but I bet that thing wasn't personally an animal at one point either.
What is this? We're getting into freaking moral talks about Krokora.
Yeah. So
We can't hear you, Zil, if you're talking.
what?
You didn't come to your tabletop role-playing game for moral theology?
Come
Well,
on.
I mean, I am, but
Yeah. So I said
Um,
we try to sneak by him, get one of those orbs, and sneak back. No
Can-
need to kill the guy who's not doing us any harm.
Can
By
I
the
take
way,
a closer look at his hands.
Yes. I'm gonna have you make a focus skill check for me.
also, quick question: the Krokora who came
Nat
through
16.
here, did he see us? Is that why he turned, or
Did
did
not
he
see
just
you.
fall?
He
Okay.
remember your agility survival checks were you getting out of the way. Of
Okay,
his
I
line
wasn't
of sight.
sure. Okay.
And so that's why you broke to either side as the creature made its way up, so it did not see you. Zil, you look at its hands, and it has claws that extend out probably about a foot in length.
Luxalia?
Yeah.
I don't think he's defenseless. Look at those hands. Those are
What
those
if
are scary hands.
someone saw you on the street when you were an orphan and said, "He's filthy and gross and evil," and then just shoved a sword into your stomach? Yeah, you wouldn't like it, huh? No.
Well,
So I don't think we should
That was
do
literally a constant threat of my life. I'm
Yeah,
used
I
to
know.
Speaking of such things, I saw this one play back in the day of this dude who was a very odd one. He had
Uh-huh.
these, like, some would say scissors for hands, and everyone
Mm.
hated him.
What's his name?
And
Edward?
he was locked away in a tower. I think. Do you know the one I'm talking about, Luxalia?
Yeah. This play on a couple times in the capital of Silverwood.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
everyone hated him, but he was
Uh-huh.
just kind at heart.
Yeah.
So we should go stick a sword through his gut.
No.
Does Belvin see anything looking into like the orb? What does it look like? A closer
Yes,
investigation of it?
you invested. Did you make a check for me? Wisdom,
I have not yet.
or
Shall
make
I?
a focus skill check for me.
Even better. 20.
20. You look down into this shelf, and you see that there are the spherical spheres, and they are translucent. They're translucent, and they emit kind of like this green, like fading, like in and out, pulsing. There we go, pulsating kind of light from within. And upon a closer examination, you can see that in the middle of it is a dark spot, and outside of it is relatively veiny. You're able to deduce that these are eggs of some kind.
That's what I was afraid of. All right, Belvin wants to. Is there just one sphere, or are there a few spheres?
There's on each shelf, there's anywhere between like 3 to like 10 of them.
Belvin wants to take them, all the ones on that shelf, and like smash them, or like squish them, or pop them, or whatever.
First
However
and
you get rid
foremost,
of
I'm gonna
them.
have you make a stealth check.
Yes, I'd be delighted to. 15.
All right, go ahead and make a physical skill check for me.
Alrighty, big money. Ooh, not big money. Physical skill check. 9.
9. Okay. Give me 1 second. You are able to dispatch most of them. They're very soft and very vulnerable. As these eggs break, you can see what look to be fetal remnants of Cracora that come spilling out. It doesn't like spill out onto the ground, but kind of just. And the glowing inside the eggs, as their skin breaks, flickers out and no longer has effect. However, I'm gonna have you make an elemental skill check for me.
Ew.
This one will be pure luck. 11.
11. There seems to be some kind of magical radiance to them. This is, again, different than manic. Mana is the life force of Alamnia. Magic, on the other hand, is something that's averse to it.
Mm.
This
Okay.
isn't natural. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, I'll note that, and then can I make my way over to this one to try to dispatch of these guys?
First and foremost, before you do that, I'm going to have you. Give me 1 second as I pull this up. I'm going to have you make a focus skill check for me.
7.
7. As you disperse the rest of these, you do so to a point where there are none left, and all of the flickering is gone, and the eggs are very dead. You make your way down this direction. You have to make a stealth check as you wander down that direction.
Spy things. Ooh, 17.
17. You do so very successfully, and as you do so, you actually notice too that there is another sleeping Cracora.
Gosh dang it.
off in this general
Okay.
direction. Luxalia and crew, what are you doing?
We're not killing this guy. That's
You-
for sure.
Yuki wants to stab it so bad.
Yuki, hear me out. I heard of this other play.
Yes.
Where
This is the typical discussion in a library, right?
And the story of this play was there was this very impressive man with this green armor who went about this alien world that was
Yes,
in the shape
yes.
of a ring.
Yes.
And he killed these alien eel-like things,
Mm-hmm.
but then he went to his second ring, and one of these alien eel-like things, an arbiter as it were,
Oh.
he joined forces with him so they can be redeemed, even the scum like this. So we don't know. We can't just go killing people in their sleep.
But they had a common enemy, Luxalia. That's what united them, whereas these things hate Alomnia.
No, see, but that's where they could have a conversion and redemption. I can't say I always liked Alomnia, but now I'm like the most holy
Maybe-
one here. So
Maybe
like,
we
you know.
should go talk to it and try to convert it. How's that sound?
Make a face
Oh,
survival.
perfect.
Okay, Yuki goes up.
What is happening? Oh no.
Wait, what's actually happening?
Yuki goes up. Yuki goes up after this discussion, and she gets right by it.
Make a stealth check for me.
Yeah. Okay.
I am scared. Oh,
Also, maybe we shouldn't
That's
wake
an
up,
11.
break and enter, wake up. Okay.
It's an 11.
You're able
Too
to
late.
You're able to sneak by it,
yeah.
and it does not wake up.
Okay. Yuki is gonna kind of like try to position herself like sorta behind it on the wall, and she's gonna look over at Luxalia to like come hither, Luxalia.
All
We're
right,
doing this.
Thalia will come hither stealthily.
Make a stealth check for me.
My stealth ain't great.
It's okay. It's okay.
5.
It's okay.
You swim
Oh,
up,
dear.
and you swim up these stairs, and as you go over to
And
meet
As she comes up, she's just prays for Alomnia's help and guidance in this situation.
does anybody have advantage or have a blessing to give?
Well, what's gonna happen? This is what I was thinking.
Oh
So
my
if
goodness.
the thing starts to wake up, or if the thing starts to wriggle, Yuki's gonna grab it and put it into like a throat hold, if she can, with one of her swords out under its neck thing, like this.
That's a good way to convert. Yeah.
That's what she's gonna do. She's not gonna kill it. She's gonna give Luxalia the opportunity
Oh,
to make
gosh.
it turn to Alomnia.
Oh, yeah. Yep, that's the way. That's the way to do it.
Oh no.
Alright.
All right.
Melvin's
does it
over here
wake up, though?
destroying their children.
Good thing Luxalia doesn't know about that.
First things first, Belbin. What are you doing with these eggs?
Oh, I'm wrecking them.
Okay, make a physical skill check for me. There are 6 eggs on this shelf, by the way.
Belvin,
10.
behind you.
You are able to destroy all of them relatively
Heck yeah.
quietly with your 17 that you rolled previously. I'm gonna have you make a focus skill check for me.
Focus. Come on. Big money. 15.
15. And you can see hidden beneath one of these eggs is a reflective material.
I'm gonna try to grab it, hoping it's
You have
the
found
shard.
the last shard.
Oh my goodness.
Gotta
what?
keister that.
What?
No.
Keister it.
Make a fortitude
No.
survival check. As you get to bleed internally.
Oh
Ooh,
my
fortitude, you
goodness.
said?
Yeah.
Let me find fortitude. Where are you?
Wait, are you actually
Oh.
keystering it?
21.
21.
It's Belvin, of course he is.
You've
The
done
master of the
you've done,
keister.
you've done this before. You know, in a past life, some would have called you Prison Mike, but you know
You
exactly
see
how
that?
to keister something sharp, and so you do. It's
Don't
not
squat.
spooky on one side, but on all sides. But somehow, yep, you successfully do.
Gross.
It's all scar tissue up in there at this point. You know?
Belvin doesn't want to even try to remember those times. All right.
So why do you
Uh,
keep doing it?
Yuki,
Useful.
Yuki, I'm gonna have you make an agility survival check for me.
Oh god. Oh, that's good. 14 plus agility plus 3. 17.
You notice it wake up.
Oh, Yuki grabs it in the throat and whispers in his ear.
Ah,
May,
Yuki.
may Alomnia smite you.
My goodness.
Alright, you get it.
Make a physical skill check for me.
I'm good at that though, so it's okay. That's a natural 15 plus 6. What is that? 15, 21.
Oh my goodness.
It struggles hard, and as it does so, you can feel that your grip on it is nearly breaking away, but you're able to last minute close basically around, using kind of like your wings around the side to be able to kind of pseudo help.
And I whisper again.
And it goes,
the Thunderdome.
it speaks in a language that you don't understand or know.
Yeah.
It's like guttural, almost like hissing.
Do you know common tongue, friend?
Ever speak?
Ever speech? Sprechen Sie ever speech?
I
It
asked it if it knows void.
make a focus skill check for me, looks all right.
Gosh. 14.
It is not paying a single iota of attention to you. As its neck begins to extend and like turn around and attempts to bite Yuki.
Oh.
Hey, friend! No, don't!
Zil, this
I
is
asked
not
if it
void
knows
speech.
void.
This is
Okay.
not void speech. It is not listening to anything that's going on. It is.
Yeah, Yuki cuts its throat. Wah!
All right, make an attack roll on it and go ahead and roll for initiative.
Sweet.
Oh my goodness. What is happening?
First initiative.
Oh,
Me too.
not great.
Technically, I guess the three of you would be rolling for
That's
initiative.
a
Great.
4 for initiative. 4. Balls. It's a 4. Oh, Thordain's got a roll.
8.
Wow. Thordain, good thing he's got high
8
initiative.
for Luxalia. No, Thordain's not in combat.
Oh, never mind.
And Zil, what was yours?
12.
All right, and let me go ahead and roll their initiative.
Sorry, Belbin. If only we knew.
That's all right.
Are any of us actually surprised though?
Safe and sound. You guys better not let me die, otherwise you'll never find the shard.
We'll just be sneaky. We're gonna be causing all the ruckus. Don't worry.
This head turns around and begins to latch out at you, and it actually consumes your entire head in its jaw as its jaw and begins just biting at you. Go ahead and make a physical skill check for me.
What the? 14 plus 6. 20.
It bites down on you, and you can feel razor-sharp teeth begin to sink into your neck. As it just... you take...
Nothing because he has a shield.
Da da da. Explosions of light.
Sorry, since when did he have a shield? When was
Always
that?
in
It's
combat.
this. Yeah, when combat begins, everyone within 30 feet of me gets a shield.
Ah, dang.
It's just a passive. Yeah, you're not anywhere close. You know.
It got an 11 on its fate survival check. Does that pass?
That's the question. Sorry, it's level plus piety. We're at level 7.
Yep, level 7.
So it fails.
It fails. Okay, so it takes light damage.
Heck yeah! 1d12. Nice.
See, I didn't take the first attack. Luxalia did.
Nope. Not true at all. 14 points of light
Goodness.
damage.
Oh, 14?
14.
All right.
We're raking
so-
its teeth.
At
Yeah.
this point, it's self-defense. So
Yeah, the eel basically goes down, and this light explosion as its head just like completely lets go of Yuki and just turns around and sees, now noticing that Zil and Luxalia are there. It begins to wail, like in like this like kind of like guttural cry. All right, well,
All right,
that's
friends.
that. So.
All right, friends.
may the power of Alomnia compel you.
Let's do it.
Yeah, which brings us down to Zil.
Okay. Well, you know. Oh, we're probably gonna have a boss fight soon, aren't we? What do we got
this is
here?
the boss fight. These things are thick. Tried to eat you.
We're gonna taunt it.
That's why I like where your head's at.
Does a taunt work while it's in a combat challenge? That is the question. Does it have any text about that? 'Cause
I don't know.
Technically
Oh.
speaking, this guy's in a combat challenge with.
Well, okay. So there's the actual skill of taunt, which is what increases my control zone.
Mm-hmm.
But isn't there just like a support
Yes,
action I can
I
take?
think the support action though only applies to creatures that aren't currently engaged in a combat challenge.
Okay, I don't think I have that written. Like, it's not a trait or art.
I will make sure I
me.
update that as after this
Yeah.
stream. So I'll make sure.
I
everything is
believe
clear.
you. I just don't have it written down anywhere.
Perfect.
Then I'm going to. I think I'm just gonna engage it,
Okay. You do so.
and then can I just taunt it, but like
Yeah.
not necessarily as an official skill, but just.
Absolutely.
Hey, look at me, you big dummy!
Yeah, he's nice and restrained for you, so that's good. That's good. Luxalia, you are next.
Nice. She will try to talk down this Krokora
Doesn't speak our language.
and just be like, Alomnia, have mercy on this creature. Let him repent of his evil ways.
Make a piety skill check for me.
All right,
What is happening?
let's go.
Alomnia works in strange ways, I guess.
Piety, you said?
Mm-hmm.
18.
18. It continues to wriggle, and it looks at you, and then it looks over to the eggs that are lined on the far wall, and then it looks in an absolute fury as it roars.
Oh.
Oh no, Belbin.
Like an angry bear and its
Anything
babies.
else that you want to do? Technically,
Nope.
because you're in its control zone, you're in a combat challenge with it. So if you attempt, you can attempt to disengage from it to leave. But
Where
fight
would
it.
I be able to move?
you
think
could
that'd be a
probably
good
move
idea.
down to this general area because there's like a little like space that you can probably swim over the top of Thordain. By the way, King Farron has made his way in.
Nice.
He's gonna roll initiative too.
Oh, yeah, I mean, I'll use a support action to disengage, I guess.
Okay. Go ahead and make a influence skill check for me. Is it influence?
I don't know.
No. It's a. Yeah, it's an influence.
11.
All right. Well, that's a 6. So you.
Nice.
Yes, you're able to disengage. In which direction do you want to disengage?
Can I, like, go over here? Can I swim there? Or is there a wall?
You can swim 15 feet this direction.
Okay, yeah, I'll go over there.
Sweet. Thordane sees this, and he is going to join into the initiative. Go ahead and roll initiative for him. King Farrand is...
Oh shoot.
Technically, this is a surprise round of combat, too, so...
Dirty 16 for Thordane.
Dirty 16.
9 plus 7.
All right. Wow.
Plus 7 to an initiative. I'd hope it'd be okay.
That's true. And we're going to go ahead and jump down to... So that was Luxalia, Yuki.
Yeah. Is he technically restrained since I have him
You're
in a
focusing
headlock?
your attentions on restraining this creature, meaning any attacks that you make against it, melee attacks, if you want to do it, are going to be with despair, because you're currently grappling it.
Yeah, it's good. Yuki is gonna call out. I don't think this thing's of Alomnia. I think we need to make sure it's quiet.
Not yet.
Does Yuki? Can she observe?
Yuki
her
cannot
surroundings?
hear that.
Yeah. Can Yuki observe her surroundings and see if she sees the thing looking at the eggs?
Yeah,
corner,
as your support action, I'm gonna have you
Yeah.
make a focus skill check for me. That's kind of like the examine action that is there. So interaction.
That's a focus. That is an 11.
You do see that it does look at the eggs, but it's also savage, and clearly it tried to bite your head off. So
Yeah. Well, I look to King Farrand and I gesture over to the eggs, and I try to wrangle the thing like this.
King Farrand says, "Use your words. What do you want me to do with those?"
I don't know what those are, but they're looking at it. Maybe it's something having to do with this thing.
King
Potentially use them as a hostage.
King Farrand goes over to the eggs and looks. He's able to very quickly determine that that's exactly what they are. But it is not his turn since
He can
is
do what he wants
joining-
with that information.
Yeah. All
Yuki's
right. So
riding
Yuki,
the
before we
the
jump into the
backboard.
attack round, Belbin, you
Get
do
him,
not
Belbin.
hear this screech. The screech has not made it to your ears, or it is not loud enough to travel all the way across to where you currently are.
Random question: how tall is the ceiling?
The ceiling itself, where you are, is probably a solid 10, like maybe 10-ish feet. It's about 6-ish feet up here, 10-ish feet, and then about 15 feet, and then like 20 feet. So it's about like 5 feet difference between each of these stairs.
Okay.
And then this is
So
a 15-foot stair, and then this is a 5-foot stair.
Okay. So Belvin would, now that he's got the shard, wants to try to stealth his way back to the team.
Okay. What path do
But
you
he-
want to take?
Now we have it. I want to just probably get out of here. Literally just straight down, right down the center.
I'm gonna have you roll priority initiative, not because you're in combat, but just so I can determine what turn you're moving on.
Okay. And also, when I'm moving, I want to be like basically scaling the ceiling.
Okay,
Since
so
we're in
swim.
water.
All right, got it. So
Yeah,
you swim up 5 feet, 10 feet. No, 5 feet. Yeah, 5 feet. And you're at the top of the ceiling. Go ahead and
Okay.
roll your priority initiative.
21.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, you can go ahead and move. So just like 5, 10. That's as far as you can move during this turn. Which brings us to the attack round of combat.
Doesn't Belbin have
I've-
25 feet or something?
I have 25 feet of swimming.
Yeah, that's right. You're able to swim in that direction. Make a stealth check for me.
Of course. Don't fail me now. 8.
You see that you have remained stealth for now. However, you see that there is a creature right here, and it is moving frantically in this direction.
Nice.
Great. Noted.
With that, let's go ahead and jump to the attack round, which brings us to this thing. Yeah, it is going to use its attack.
Oh my goodness, there's
action,
a third one.
bite attack, and so it's going to bite at you again, Yuki.
Does it get like disadvantage since I'm like behind it? and, like,
Yeah.
grappled it?
Technically, that doesn't affect its bite.
I'm grappling it though. Like it's got to be
It
hindered.
can't
at
use
some
it. It
point.
can't use its freaking knives for hands against you.
It's Edward Scissorhands.
Yeah, it's scissor hands, so
True.
it's gonna attempt to bite you. And that is going to be does a 12 hit
No, it misses.
Oh.
as it lunges out its head to attempt to bite you, and you know this is the second time it's happened. You're able to dodge to the side. Zill, it is your turn.
I'm trying. I'm riding. this thing.
Swinging.
Okay, this is gonna be with hope. This attack roll.
Nice.
I got it. I got it in my clutches.
Yeah. Good thing. Non-natural 16.
Yeah, that'll hit.
Up from a 3.
I like it.
Well, would have been 9, but
Yeah, that'll hit.
is it?
You take your axe.
Yeah. Okay.
Just swing it into its belly.
15 slashing or cutting. 15 cutting damage.
All right, and with that is a lot of damage. Okay, cool. Sweet. That brings us to Yuki.
Luxalia's got to attack round first, right?
Luxalia's not engaged in combat with anyone.
Yeah.
Okay, so what are my options that I have since I'm enthralled in it? What can I do?
So technically, you're restraining it. You can attempt to make a weapon attack against it. It's just going to be a despair because you're holding, and you did mention that
have
you
the
have
sword
your
out,
sword
yeah.
there. You're going to be making a despair, basically attack against it, if you
Okay.
want to do so. Or you can
Yeah.
let
I
go
mean,
of
I
it.
guess if I
And
let
make
go
attacks.
of it though, then that's sketch. That's sketch because it could go flying off somewhere, and ain't nobody got time for that. Yeah, she'll attempt to make 2 attacks.
Okay.
So the first one, despair. So 13 for the first.
Okay, that will hit.
Okay. This is the Void and Vorpal Broadsword. So that is. So it's 8 plus. Sorry, I gotta verify. 8 plus 9. 17 cutting damage. That's right? Yeah. Yeah, 17 cutting damage with the first cut. She can't use her dual wielding. She doesn't have her other sword out, so she'll just make a second attack against him if she can.
At despair, you.
That will be a 14.
14 will hit.
So that's max damage. That's 10 plus 9, 19 cutting damage.
And as you do so, you take your sword, and as originally intended, you hold it, and you're able to slice its neck as it falls. And it
Okay,
falls
all right.
down.
Hopefully we can.
Well, that brings us to the top of the combat. So go ahead and re-roll initiative.
Do we need to do positioning?
He's dead, so no.
Oh.
Yes.
Oh, we killed it.
So
I
that's
took
16.
away for 2 seconds.
Let me go in the order. Belbin, what is your priority initiative?
Sorry about that. I forgot I was in this. 21 again.
Woo. Thordane.
Thordane is a 7 plus 8. What is that? 15?
15.
15.
Zil.
4. Not 1 if that matters.
Luxalia, nah, it doesn't matter. Luxalia.
13.
13.
Oof.
And Yuki.
Natural 16 plus 1 for 17.
17. King Farrand got 8. Well, that kicks us off at the top here with Belbin.
All right, I'll float to the top of this room. Or no, I'm still at the top
You're
because
still
the
at the
floor
top.
is going down.
Yep.
I'll use my 25 feet of movement to make my way to the exit.
25. I'll just say I'll plop this here so you can kind of see your general, like what you can see. It is dim light.
Okay.
So you can see this. Well, I guess up to 80 feet too of the night vision. So you can see this far. You do see that there is a Krokora that is moving in this direction.
Yeah, but there's nothing I can do. I can't alert him in any way, so
Yeah. So there's that.
I'll just
Is
watch
there
him.
a sprint like type action?
There is just double the movement. So if you want to spend your entire
Whoa.
turn action, it's a turn action. So everything
might as well.
is put
Then
into
okay. I'd still need to do a stealth check, right?
yes.
I think I'm gonna save that. I don't want to run into that boy by myself. If he eats my head, then good luck getting the shard out.
True.
Best of luck.
Protect the shard. Well, luckily, if he eats your head, it's keystone. So.
Good point.
Just pull it out. It's fine.
Yeah, that's great. All right, so is that what you're going to be doing?
Could I delay that until the end of the turn, that extra movement, or no?
No, so you would
Is
have
it-
to call it on your movement, turn the movement.
Okay. Yeah, I won't use it this time.
Okay, then make a stealth check for me.
Yes, sir. 16, but not natural.
You have remained hidden. It is not King Farron's turn. He's got an 8, not an 18. Alright. I believe it is Yuki. It's your turn.
So Yuki's seeing that this thing's dead. Does she hear any other commotion of sorts? Can she spend her, what's it called, her action or her support to be able to decipher her surroundings?
Yeah, go ahead and make a wisdom skill check for me.
It's a 7.
7. Yeah, you don't know that there's anything else that has been alerted, although you can probably deduce with the screech that it let out that you need to be on your guard. So you can spend this turn positioning,
Yeah,
doing
she'll-
anything like that.
Well, she'll get her like swords out and ready, and she will first see to try to observe this thing and
You-
look back at the eggs,
Mm-hmm.
I guess. And Yuki will move. Yuki will move, I think, this way since we're kind of protected back here. She'll tell King Farron, I don't know what to do with these specifically, but I mean, it is your kingdom, so you do as you see fit. Yuki will move
That's as far as
in front of, right there.
15
Okay,
feet.
so she'll go right there, right at the top of the stairs, I guess.
Great. That brings us down to Thordane. What is he doing?
Thordane.
I mean, we
Seeing-
still think we have to find the shard.
Yeah, I know. So Thordane's probably going to move down this way to see if he can see anything coming this way. After the scream, he heard the scream. He's gonna peek around this corner. He's not gonna like
He's going to
go.
focus skill check for me.
Okay,
So this is his one of his support actions.
that's a nat 16. So
He sees this
focus.
creature turning, but it has not spotted him yet.
He turns back around and says, "We've got company. Prepare for battle."
All right, sweet.
We'll make it double.
And he
Check the
pulls out
rope
his
downstairs.
steel Sertang.
Okay.
Ready to slap
Uh,
if he comes by.
Luxalia, it is your turn.
All right. Oh, where'd my mouse go? There it is. I'm gonna go over here in this corner and be like, "You guys got this."
With that, because you were probably the only one who actually heard Thordane say that we've got company, because it's only your speech is only 15 feet.
I will relay the information.
All right, cool.
We got company.
Which brings us down
Oh, dear.
to
Is
King
his name Oliver?
Farron. He's going
Yeah.
to. If anyone wants to alert him of that as well, that's good too. because he
So he
couldn't hear-
ignores
couldn't
the
hear the
eggs?
relay.
He ignores these.
Yeah, you said do with him what you want, and he's ignoring.
All right, there you go.
He has his katana pulled out, and he swam over, investigates the body a little bit, but then he looks to you and says, "If there's others in here, they're probably alerted to our attention." And so he says, "We best make a better defensive position of ourselves." So he's going to swim down. He's going to go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25.
Move far.
Full movie. He's got swimming speed, so that's his full movement. So he can see kind of down into this area. Which brings us to these guys. 15 sees Thordane. However, Thordane, if he wanted to, can get a surprise attack on it.
He will. He's gonna whack him with his Saratang. Wah! As soon as he comes
Woohoo!
around.
Which will be held off until the combat phase.
But that's what he'll do.
He basically went into Thordane's control zone, and so engage in combat. But you're going to get basically an additional attack, so 2 attacks that you can do on him.
Cool.
So there's that. That's going to be that guy's turn, which brings us down to Zil.
About time.
Yeah, you can see that this thing has come into view up the stairs.
5, 10, 15. Has
What
it
a
been...
gentleman!
Can I taunt it?
It has involved in the combat challenge, so no.
Sorry about that.
Ah! Hey, you guys.
It's okay. If anyone's gonna be challenging this
Actually-
thing, it's Thorny. He has got
how-
damage.
Is there any way to get a clear shot at it?
Not with your limited movement speed. Probably.
So Thordane's just
yeah.
2 in the way.
He could basically he'd be half covered. So you'd have
Thordan
to
can
roll the
take an axe to the
D8,
back.
and on a 4 or lower, you're making the attack at Thordane.
You know what?
He's bruised. It's fine.
Thordane is healthier than
barely.
most of us.
Yeah, he's good. He's good. If you want to throw it,
I'm chucking an axe.
I mean, you still probably have more HP than him, though.
True, but he's at 66. He's doing okay.
I do still have more HP than him.
roll 1d8 for me.
So wait, which
On a
one's
roll-
Thordane?
So Thordane is right here, but what you're going
Yeah.
to do is if you're making an attack, roll 1d8. On a 5 plus, you roll past.
Okay.
On a 4 or below, you hit Thordane.
I'm like, what am I hoping for?
Yeah, 5 or higher.
8. Yeah.
You do roll and you make the attack successfully against the Kokora. Go ahead and
Okay.
roll to hit.
What is my hit modifier? 11.
11 will just hit.
Oh, let's go.
Right in the face. Bam.
Oh, where's my dice? There they are. I am so unused to not using a D16. I wasn't ready for this. That is 10 cutting damage.
Oh snap!
Right in the face.
Yeah, you take your hand axe, you just boom, 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 and just through the water, kind of almost slow motion, just hits it like right off the top of the head. It doesn't stick in the head, but like it cuts it like deeply as it just like falls off
Hey.
back behind it.
My hand axes get my physical modifier, right?
They do.
Great.
Yep.
Guys, I need Damascus hand axes. That'd be a +7.
Boy.
Just don't lose them.
Just don't lose
Yeah,
it.
seriously.
That is going to be the bottom of the combat round, which means attacks, which is basically or the movement round. Attack round is now this here. So Thordane is first, so he gets 2 attacks if he wishes to do so. Remember, 2.
Yeah, he's gonna smack the dude. So his
Okay.
first with his steel Saratang. Man, he's gonna get Saratang experience. It's great.
Maybe.
All right.
Well, at least 1.
Well, 11 plus 5,
Yeah.
16
That'll
to hit with his first hit. It's a D10. That is 6 plus 2. Oh wait, he's probably doing it 2-hand, but it's fine. I'll do the second one 2-hand. So the first one's 1-handed. So that's 6 plus 2, 8 cutting for the first hit.
Okay.
Second one, he's doing two-handed. He's grabbing and getting a better position.
Okay.
And so that is an 8 plus 5. What is that? 13?
Okay.
13 to hit. So that's a D12.
Yeah, Thordane just basically just cutting this sucker up.
11 plus 2. That's 13 cutting.
But now this Krokora gets a chance to make its
Bite
attack
him?
against Thordane. So it gets 2 attacks. The first one is going to be a bite. So I'm going to have Thordane make a agility survival check for me.
Oh, good.
18.
18. 10 plus 8.
He's able to bite down, missing the head on his shoulder, inflicting a bite wound of 6 points of cutting damage. That's halved, so...
But nothing because of his shield?
Yes, but nothing because of his shield. He was within 30 feet, so he's going to make a...
Go.
Thanks for reminding me. That's good. That is going to be a 9, so he fails.
Get him,
Takes
Luxalia.
14 points of light damage.
Explosion.
Frick.
Does that kill him?
No. No.
Just
I
his
don't
head
think Kyle is
pops
very
light.
happy with us at the moment.
Yeah, that's fine. We kind of provoked this.
You know
anyway,
what?
because
We
he's,
still
like,
have
not
Big
cool.
Boss to go, so...
Yeah.
I
True.
know.
Okay, well, it's going to make its claw attack. It just got whacked. But claw attack against Thordane. So that's going to be a 14 to hit.
That hits. Yep.
It's going to deal
A deal and Doug deal.
11
Dimmadome?
points of cutting damage.
That is fine.
All right.
He's still doing good.
Now we're going to do positioning checks. So contested physical skill checks.
Good luck, Thordane.
Honestly, Thordane lose so it doesn't get farther away from us.
Yeah,
gonna be
it's
an 8.
what is that? Is that a 5? No, it's a 4 total.
So Thordane gets backed up 5 feet from that. Okay.
Pretty good.
Take that there. Now we're at the top of the combat round. Go ahead and re-roll your initiatives. Belbin.
Okay. 15.
Wow.
Belbin's a speedy boy.
That
Yuki.
was not a good roll for you.
Yuki rolled a natural 1 for a 2. Oh.
Thordane.
Thordane rolled a 17.
Luxalia.
17.
I think Thordane has the higher agility. What's your agility, Luxalia? Score? Just score.
9.
9. Yeah, I think Thordane's higher. So he'll go in front of you. King Farrand. 15. And Zill.
That is an 8.
Okay. That is going to be an 8. Nice and thick boy, like with the exception of Yuki at the very end of the priority initiative. Okay.
Which is not great.
Not great. Thordane.
Thordane smirks to himself and he's like, I kind of like this hand-to-hand combat. He charges back in with his Sartane.
Oh my goodness.
Although, how far he's got
Let
some
Zill
speed.
do his
So
thing.
he's gonna move one more over here, leaving a space here.
Okay.
Well, if I can still do some things even if I can't taunt.
Oh wait.
If Thordane wants to be bloodthirsty, he can be bloodthirsty.
No. Thordane liked that, but he's gonna move back here. Now that you mention it, yeah, it's probably not a great idea. Although, no, he's gonna go because you rolled like real bad initiative, so he's probably moving ahead of you anyways.
You're good.
He's going in, and he's gonna use. Can he use his art on non?
Depends on what
Hold
art
up.
it is. So melee attack arts can only be used if you have initiated a combat challenge against a creature. And so, like, for example, if there were like 2 Krokora that were here, and you you initiated a combat challenge against one of these guys, and say another one came up to the side, you couldn't use a melee combat attack art against the new one if it challenged you, but you could do it to the original target. Does that make sense?
Okay. Would he be able to use aim shot or wounding shot with his Saratang or nah?
No. That's a ranged.
Oh, that's I
attack.
see a ranged support action. Yeah. Actually, you know what he's gonna do?
Tell us.
I don't think he knows.
He doesn't know, but he's never used this before, and I kind of want to use it. He's gonna use as a support action Vanish from Sight,
Hey.
if he can.
Okay. Go ahead and make it.
So the
Dragon.
player immediately becomes hidden without making a stealth skill check as long as they have half cover. So I can move and Vanish from Sight, right?
Let's see if you can get half cover somewhere.
Yeah, like go up the stairs or something,
so you
or
were here.
behind Zill or something.
You have 25 feet of movement?
Well, he was here. Yeah, he's got 25 feet.
Okay, so yeah, you might be able to duck around here like 5 feet up.
Okay, so he's gonna Vanish from Sight if he can,
Okay.
and then make a bow shot at him.
Okay.
Using his other support action, he's gonna switch to his bow, and then he's
Okay.
gonna make a ranged attack
Got
at
it.
him. I'm playing sneakily. All right, so
Oh.
It's like
it's an
using
11
10 to 3.
plus 11 plus 7. That hits.
Yeah, that
Oh,
hits.
it's at disadvantage, right?
Yes.
10
in the
plus
water.
7, 17. 17.
Yep, that'll hit.
Oh, it's a D12. That's why you give all the time. That's 11 plus 5 cutting damage.
All right.
Right in the gizzard.
Right in the gizzard. Yeah, you fire the shot, and it literally hits him right in the gizzard, wherever that is. It's like here somewhere, right? Just in the neck.
Yeah.
All right, cool. Which brings us
Okay.
down to Luxalia.
Yeah. Yeah. She's gonna use her Earth Staff that she newly acquired and make an attack with it.
All right, make sure you consume 1 charge of mana from that. So instead of stamina, like using it that way, it uses mana, and so like from your like mana total, just subtract 1. Just remember what your max is.
Okay. Wait, like,
It's not an art. So I know it looks
Right.
weird like on it right now. Just like I changed it to where it doesn't have its own stacks. It basically you can use it as many times as you have like mana, like total mana. So it's like it's
Gotcha.
separate thing. So you've got to expend
so
mana
is
to use it.
mana also used for equipping art still?
Yes, it is.
That's still a mechanic?
That is still a thing, but
I see.
it doesn't detract from that total. So you still have your
Okay.
maximum, but you have like that much mana to use as like a mental attack.
I see.
Pretty good, though.
That is good. So you get
Uh,
way more uses of it. So
Yeah. Okay. And sorry, I
just
newly
says
have
hack.
acquired this. What is it to hit?
Here, I can tell you. Do you have it in your inventory yet, or
is
not?
it an ash one? Is it ash?
It's
Yeah,
Ash.
it's-
Yeah.
So it's not plus anything. So it's
Yeah,
just a
it's just a
regular
straight.
0. So it's just to hit. It's your range modifier.
Oh, just straight. It's
Yeah,
not.
yeah.
It's like
And
it's like a
it's-
ranged weapon attack.
It's a D12. It looks like.
That's if it's
Two-handed.
two-handed. I'm doing one.
Yeah, or D10 if you're using
Yeah.
it.
Okay. So it's just my elemental or my range modifier. My range.
Yeah,
modifier.
just
Range
add your
modifier, and
roll
then
D20.
The
add.
damage is elemental.
I see. 12 to hit.
12 will hit.
Nice. And so it's a D10.
Plus elemental.
Or D12. Are you double handing it?
One
No.
hand.
One-handed. So 3 plus 4, so 7 earth damage.
7 earth damage as you fire this invisible, almost kind of beam at it.
as it kind of makes its way over to the general area of this Krokora, out of the side of the wall, this like basically stone spike comes out, skewers it, and it falls limp.
Nice.
It's pretty cool. Is that how earth damage works? It just goes through the earth.
Which
I'm
means
sorry.
combat is over.
Woo.
But
So-
that remains to be seen.
Let's go.
Belbin, as you make your way back to the rest of the group, I'm gonna have you make one more stealth check.
Get him, Belbin. Get him.
One more. Come on. Oh, that should do. 14.
14. You make your way over without drawing the attention of any other.
Do we get any AP from that battle? Probably like 5.
Just do.
You do. Give me 1 second as I calculate.
Hey guys, let's get out of here.
Calculating.
Well, we don't
200.
know that you have
200 EXP.
I know.
Yo!
Ooh, let's go.
Dang. I'll take that. Sweet. Okay. All right. Belbin, what did you find over there? We were just fighting some dudes. We could have used your help.
Let's get out of here. I'll show you later.
Oh. Oh, don't we need the shard?
Yeah, don't worry about it. Let's get out of here.
Oh.
Do you have the shard?
Yes, let's go before
Oh.
another one wakes up or more eggs hatch.
Eggs.
Don't worry about it. Let's get out of here.
You know, I think I'm with Belbin on this one.
I leave.
Yep.
Okay.
So Yuki follows suit, I guess.
I think everyone's gonna follow. You swim your way back up the tunnel, out into the murky air. It was much clearer down there, but the murky air, and you see yourself above the soot layer. I'm gonna have you all make stealth checks as you dip
Oh,
down
no.
beneath.
And oh gosh, and is this taking my armor -2?
No, because technically you're swimming, so you're not like clinking.
Melvin got a
Well.
6. The luck had to run out.
6, 12. You
13 for Yuki and
Okay.
Thordane. 11 plus.
okay? And looks all you.
Wait. 11 plus 4. 15.
Stealth skill check.
Yeah.
Looks all you.
Luxalia has a 10.
10.
Sorry, I was referencing.
The group, you are able to, as a group, kind of cover each other's bases and dip down below the soot layer.
Nice. No thanks to Belbin.
Belbin's in a hurry. He's getting out of there.
Yeah, come on.
And as he's swimming, you can tell that he's like,
Belbin, you look like you have a stick up your butt. What's
Well,
wrong?
That's because I've got.
Oh,
Not
God.
here, Belbin. I averted my eyes.
Oh.
Yes. I'll like shake it in the water to clean it off a little bit.
King
Is it
Fairy
over?
just
Is it
looks at
done
you.
Pooping?
You have pockets, don't you?
Not like
It
this.
just King Farron. Don't ask. It's been the whole thing for
Did he keister it again?
Yep.
Oh gosh.
Just
Are you guys proud of me or what? We've
We've been dealing with this for a while.
King Farron, he actually swims over to you and says, "Thank you very much. I don't know if you saw, but we were able to take care of some of the Krokora that were down below. But thank you so much for your resourcefulness for us to being able to get there as soon as possible, out of there as soon as possible."
Yes, thanks,
pleasure,
Belbin. Just
King.
don't keister it next time.
I'll lay it out to offer it to the king.
He grabs it kind of like this, and he also waves it around. He takes a little like cloth out and just. Okay,
Gross.
so that's all 5 of them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then shall we?
Yeah. Let's go get your daughter back.
He lets out a big smile as he begins to swim almost too quickly for the rest of you before realizing, oh yeah, like I have to stay with you. But fortunately, you don't need to have the shark fin to use. If you want to use the shark fin again, still that's fine. But the beacon is lit on this one, so you can find it beneath the soot layer.
Nice. Gondor calls for aid.
I don't
In
know
less
the
than
gondola
5
is, but-
minutes, you make your way over to the door. Again,
Yeah.
this is an underground, completely a stone structure. The door itself is made of metal, almost kind of like a steel, similar to the door that you saw, Belbin, with the turn, basically the what is it called, airlock door. However, this one it does not, again, have the turny thing. Instead, it has the circle with the mirror shards that can be put inside.
Woo!
Who wants to place these mirror shards inside?
I think King Farrand does, but I'll help.
Okay.
Actually, Thordane will help. He's the brains.
All right.
Oh, this
Thordain
all
will just be
brains.
like, yes.
King Farrand is going to make a knowledge skill check, and this is going to be with hope. So he got 2 natural
hope?
2s. That's going to be a total of 6.
Nice.
Thordain's just like, get out of the way, I got this.
All right. He's unable to match them completely. As he looks to Thordain. Okay, Thordain, make a knowledge skill check. No bonuses
Science.
or anything.
From behind, I'm gonna kind of backseat drive. No, I don't think it goes there. I tried it that way.
10. It's a 10.
With that 10, you're able to put everything in its place, and it fits a perfect, basically, mirror. And it reflects it back at you. And as you do so, and as it does so, and you can see yourself, the door itself suddenly becomes transparent, as if you are standing on the opposite side of the door.
Oh. Which we are.
Like reflects you, like you're looking like at yourselves, as if you are standing on the other side, opposite side of the door. But there's also kind of like a transparency between the two.
Should we go in?
Yeah, let's go in.
Yeah.
I think we gotta.
Can Thordain quickly examine, being the man of science he is, and see what this is? What witchcraft this is?
Make an elemental skill check for me.
Oh, can I pick up my axe before we leave?
Yeah, absolutely.
Great.
Oh, can I also tell Thordain about the elemental power, the magic power that was within those eggs? See if that.
It's a 14, by the way.
14. Yeah, Belbin, why don't you go ahead and tell him as he's examining.
Thordain, there's the eggs back there. They had some magic power that released once I killed all their babies.
Magic? I'm not quite sure I know what that is. Isn't that elemental? Manic, per se?
I did an elemental check, but it wasn't. I don't know how to describe it.
Did it feel evil? He says it
Just like
Zill's
that.
just like, I felt nothing.
What about you, Belbin? How
You
did
must have
feel?
felt it before. Yeah, just like that.
Evil.
Evil.
This door itself doesn't seem to have a malevolent power to it. However,
Does it seem evil?
no, it's not malevolent. However,
Oh.
it does seem to be have faint traces of the frost element.
Ah, frost element I sense from this door. Yuki, you go first.
Donkey kicking at Yuki.
I think it's already
Donkey
open.
kick the
It's
mirror.
Yeah,
don't
no,
think-
Yuki's gonna try to press her body up against it to go through it, like this. She's confused about
You
what
do
this
so. You do so, and you successfully make your way out onto the other side. But as this happens, a kind of almost blurred version of Yuki emerges from the other side of the door and joins you, basically reflecting everything that she does. It does not have a corporeal form, but it's a kind of almost like mirror image of Yuki inside this door, from inside this doorway.
Shadow
So,
Yuki.
so the shadow is like out with us then.
Yes.
If she's in there,
You swap places. Yep.
can I like
Whoa. Whoa.
swipe at her?
You swipe at her and just right through.
It's
As if-
pretty evil to me.
All right, Luxalia, you next.
King Farron looks like this doesn't strike you as odd. Okay.
Little strange here.
Don't see this every day.
Are we just gonna have reflection versions of it just wandering, just going around while we're doing things inside the mirror?
Maybe one of us should stay out here and protect our shadows?
It reminds me of Dark Souls. You know, where you summon help or you summon invaders, and you just see a bunch of people rolling all over the place. That's what it's gonna be like.
Yuki, make a wisdom skill check for me.
Wisdom.
Hey, Zil, can I
13.
get my little flower back?
Oh yeah, here.
Oh, thanks.
I'm gonna put can I put my hand through or on the shadow, Yuki?
Yeah,
I
it
push
goes,
it.
your
I wanna
hand
push it.
passes through Shadow Yuki.
Wow.
Yuki, did you
A
feel
mirror.
that?
It's more mirror Yuki. It's not like
Yeah.
shadow.
Yuki, did you feel that?
Feel what? Can I hear him
You cannot.
on the other side of this mirror? Okay.
Oh, Yuki's on the other side.
Well, our other selves seem safe enough out here, so
Yuki, what was your wisdom check?
13.
As you look back behind you, you do not see anybody. In fact, you see an iron door with a mirror that sees yourself looking reflectively back into it. And around the outside, and also the mirror shards, the fragments that you put into it, in the cracks of it, it is glowing a light blue. Almost beckoning you to touch it.
Ooh. She's gonna stay put. She's gonna stay put. Seeing that, she's sketched out by that. So she's gonna stay
Luxalia
put.
will walk through the mystery door.
You do so
And
successfully. And you
Yuki
see
will
around-
point out,
Mhm.
this is sketchy. Do we go back through?
And as Yuki goes, or Luxalia goes through, a mirrored figure of herself comes out too.
Zil's like, well,
The only way out is through at this point, Yuki.
Do you want to try?
We gotta find the daughter.
We
like,
do,
well,
but
I'm
do you
missing
wanna
all the
make sure-
fun.
Do you want to make sure? Oh my gosh! Do you want to make sure we're not gonna die if we go try to go back through this way?
Omnia will guide us. We're fine.
Okay.
Belbin, what is you? Belbin and Thordane and King Farron. What are you gonna do?
King Farron, should we just leave him?
Probably wants to go
What are
through
your,
too.
what are your
This is
thoughts?
this is the closest we've come to finding my daughter.
Yeah, but they can handle themselves, right? You know.
He shakes his head and he walks through the doorway.
Fine, Belvin will go too.
I'm surprised Belvin didn't mess with the shadow people.
I already tried to. You can't do anything to him. We'd be able to see if you guys were all right from your shadows.
Yeah. It's nice. Is Thordane going through too?
Thordane is gonna take a moment to scientifically examine them,
Mhm.
and then if he doesn't deduce anything in his noggin, he's gonna go through.
Make a knowledge skill check for me.
Nat 16 for something.
Let's go.
This seems to be
For
some kind of a puzzle. I can see everybody on the other side, and he can clearly see all of you on the other side, looking back towards him at something that's generally in the middle that he can't see. But it looks like you're all looking into where the mirror was, and he determines and he says, "So this seems like a key to some kind of puzzle here. This must This must have something to do with the locking mechanism."
I'm gonna touch the glowing mirror thing on our side.
And as you do so, the mirror itself begins to encrust in a kind of like a frosty, basically like a frosty ice.
From Wendy's?
Oh,
yeah,
dear.
frosty from Wendy's. It becomes chocolate.
Delicious.
And as it does so, immediately in front of Thordane's face, it becomes solid. The door. And the mirror is no longer there. He is locked out from this room.
Oh, no.
Crap!
Thordane tries to go through. It's like that. It's like from Harry Potter, the second one, where they try to go through.
And all on Thordane's side, all of the mirror figures vanish.
Mm.
Oh,
Thordain's like that John Travolta meme.
oh no! I'm sorry, Thorny.
You just
well.
stand guard.
Is like from the outside, is the purple gone completely? Like the shards, are they gone? And
No, the mirror's still there, but it's no longer has any like cracks or anything in between it. It's like a
Thordain's
fully
gonna-
fledged mirror.
Thordain's gonna try to push on it like this.
He does so. Nothing happens.
He breathes on it. And like does that kind of thing.
He has to go find the shards again.
Well, I guess while this is happening, Thordain is
Oh,
going to
man.
try to sit there and scientifically deduce with the fin above his head.
Maybe he should just cut his losses and go back to Bay.
Oh my goodness.
No.
I can't abandon my companions. Oh, you know what he's gonna do while this is going on? He's gonna take his feat that he has as a wanderer, and he's gonna map it out. He's just gonna go on his own and just, do his wandering thing that he likes to do.
Screw these guys. They don't need my help. I'll just
Yeah,
go
he can't
walk
get
around
in.
the city.
He can't get in, so...
I
I'm gonna
didn't
have-
know.
I'm gonna have all of you make a wisdom skill check for me.
Oh.
Oh man.
Including
Five.
Thordain.
No, not
Yeah.
Thordain.
Wait, can I try to open it from the inside?
From the inside, it's basically just a solid door.
Nice.
The only thing that you could see was the mirror, and it
Oh,
was
I'm so
glowing,
glad Yuki
and it-
didn't touch it. I'm so glad. Imagine.
Yeah. that
Yuki
was-
alone in the dungeon.
But wisdom checks, everybody.
15 for Yuki.
10.
5.
10. No,
Um,
9, sorry.
All of you turn around to see that you're in a large, basically like grand hall. That's all that you're able to see. However, Luxalia and Zil, the two of you see that this is not just your typical hall. It looks to be vaguely a bunker of some kind, as if this is a place of secrets, a place of safety. And Yuki, you notice at the very far end there is a lever that stands right in front of a basically a shimmering wall that goes all the way up. And you can actually, I'm gonna have you make an elemental skill check for me, Yuki.
But she's got real bad elemental.
Oh no.
Hold the lever, Crunk.
11.
Oh, la, la, la.
11.
Yep.
You can see that this is not a magical wall of any kind, but instead a wall of ice. And you can also see that there is a figure on the other side of this, a young girl. And that is where we're going to end our session.
Oh! Freaking Thordain's getting locked out.
Oh man.
Well, he's resourceful at the very least. It's fine. He'll be okay.
Mm-hmm.
I would worry if it was Zil or Waffle.
Oh no, not Waffle. We can't have that.
Guys, I feel bad. I didn't mean to lock him out.
No, it's right. It's right. Thordain, I'm playing Thordain. It's all good.
Hey,
One less
hey.
character to play.
All I have to say is not all is lost when it comes to Thordain. So, just
All right.
FYI.
Yes.
He's gonna have to fight off those 40 Krekora.
Watch next session be the one.
Freaking Ikari comes to.
Yeah.
I know. That's why I feel so bad.
It's okay. What will happen is Thordain will go above the soot layer and just still like act like he's the shark. With the
Perfect.
fin, and he'll just be doing
We
that.
love
Keep
it.
up the ruse.
That is
Krekora away.
gameplay at its finest.
Yeah. Keep the Krekora away.
Thordain, what are you doing? I am holding the fin.
Swimming.
An hour later, Thordain, what are you doing? I am still holding the fin.
It's good.
quickly, let's go ahead and jump to thoughts on tonight's session. Let's go ahead and start with Belbin and then make our way toward Zil. So Belbin.
Cool. Yes. No, I thought it was good. I was happy I was rolling better this time than last time. Last time I was here, that was garbage.
Your rolls
so it feels
were
good to
freaking-
actually. I know. Well, the stealth rolls were on point. Holy cow! But yeah, no, I thought it was good. I was a little bit scared going about, and like when Belbin was going down, I wanted to turn back, but Belbin wanted to keep going. So that, again, not super happy about him, but it turned out okay. But no, I thought it was good. I'm glad that we avoided I don't know how much combat, but there's lucky fine with that shard. So
I'll tell you
that,
this: you avoided some combat. If that helps.
Nice.
Should we go back and farm experience then?
We can't.
Yeah, what is this?
That's right. Thornton can though.
Yeah, Thornting, you go get that EXP. You might die, but
Belbin said something about breaking eggs.
yeah.
I have
Or,
unfinished business to do.
Or he comes back as a level 15 or something like that.
Yeah, right. Gandalf
What happened? I ate
transformation.
one of those eggs.
wait, how much experience did we get from that? I forgot.
200.
200.
200 AP.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I thought it was good. There was some tension in me trying to sneak around, so Belbin comes alive during that.
I will say one thing. When it came to Belbin, so the mechanic of that room, just kind of behind the scenes for everybody, that's why you're here, right? Mechanic of this room is each of these shelves, the shard is actually placed on a random shelf. You have to successfully pass you didn't have to break the eggs, but you can search the eggs. Search through them, and there's the key shard is in one of them. You just have to pass a DC 14 focus skill check in order to find it. So the first person to pass that will find it. So basically, until you've exhausted all of your options to the last one. So, and with that, there are Krokora that patrol the corridors. I'm not going to spoil how many there are for those who played at a later date, but yeah, it's
53 and a half.
53 and a half. Yeah, there's these large ones, and a little bit of behind the scenes because you won't find out too. These Krokora are Krokora matrons, and so they're the ones that are supposed to watch the basically the hatching grounds of them, and they're fiercely protective of their young. So that's what they do.
Makes sense.
And yeah, they're kind of on patrol, but also some of them are sleeping. So
And they're all hungry, apparently.
wow, they have claws and they bite, so that's good stuff. But anything else, Belbin?
No, good session.
Yuki.
Yeah, I have a lot of fun. I really like playing this campaign. Obviously, being part of a couple different Dungeons and Dragons campaigns. It's really fun being a DPS, but at the same time, I kind of realized in the back of my mind, sometimes it's better to be stealthy than it is to just go out guns blazing. I think we kind of got a little bit lucky with that, only having to fight 2 of those Krokora. I was just really concerned that they were going to wake up anyways, and we wouldn't have the surprise on them. So that was where my thought process was going with Yuki, was that they're just going to wake up anyways and attack us if one of us failed a stealth check. But no, I mean, ultimately, I thought it was really fun. I really like the banter back and forth between everyone. I will say we miss having Belbin. It is missed when you're gone. I really enjoy having you there. So we give you crap, but we love you. I actually really do like Belbin as a character. Like, if you're gonna have a character who's just like a pain in the ass, Belbin's the perfect pain in the ass to have. Like, you get those characters in those campaigns that you play that are just like, oh, you're just making horrendous decisions all the time. Like, you're just screwing everything up. You're not fun to play with. Belbin's not that. He is like the perfect example of how to play a hood rat character. But
I
still,
would
like,
actually argue that
love
he's
him.
not a pain in the ass. He's able to keister
No,
shard
he's
fragments
great.
without hurting himself.
Right, yeah. But that's what I'm saying. Like, I
That's
think
a talent.
I think there's a lot of people who choose characters like Belbin who are just kind of like seedy hood rat characters who aren't really out there other than just like their own selfish encounters. or own selfish like gain out there. And I think Belbin deals with that, obviously being the kind of character he is, but at the same time, I think the way that Connor plays him ends up working out really well for like balance within the party. I think it really brings it all together. So long story short, I'm glad when Connor's here to play Belbin because it's fun. I like having him here to do so. But
He does good.
But no, I mean, in general, I really like this puzzle. It's definitely very unique. The one thing I have to say about all the puzzles, them all being incredibly unique and really fun to get through. And yes, we got through this one generally quick. But one other question. Was that Colosseum the breeding place, not the breeding place, the death sleeping place of Vengrath?
The lair.
It was the lair of Vengrath, yes.
There we go. All right, I'm glad we didn't waste any more time.
So
did.
the bones were not a bed per se, but it was basically like its feeding area, and so yeah, that's why like everything was piled like in the center. Vengrath doesn't just eat everything, or maybe I guess it would be more of its pooping area. Delicious, but no, they call it
Vengrath's toilet.
Yeah, the Colosseum is the original place where you are supposed to fight Vengrath, and so it actually includes a lot of mechanics that are useful to a lower level party. This is a lower level dungeon, so that are useful, such as like finding places to be able to hide. In the three different, because there's 3 phases to the Vengrath fight. There are different mechanics that you can use that basically like the first you kind of catch him unaware as he's like feeding, and then and so that's like the first area, and then you basically get attacks on him until like he's aware of you, and then you have like the pillars and stuff to be able to hide behind and like to do that. So like a good mechanic would be to like stay back behind like out of sight and like fire at him from like a range or something. And that's also the phase where you're also supposed to notice that he has the harpoon in him, and so what that does is he'll start to break the pillars and like break the Colosseum around, and you have to avoid like falling pillars and like that kind of stuff. But then you start in the phase 2 doing the mechanic of ripping out the spear and then figuring out that mechanic and trying to whittle him down because he starts very thick. And then he also gets more potent. So he starts with 1 attack, and then he gets 2 attacks, and at the very end, he gets 3 attacks. Against you guys, he had 4 attacks because you guys are much higher levels, so that's fun. But each phase, he gets more difficult, but with the harpoon mechanics, his AC or his DV goes down little by little. And so, like, he's more violent and volatile, but he's easier to kill, technically. And then it's kind of at the end, it's like the mad dash. And so like there's a lot of stuff in the Colosseum that helps with that, where you guys just fought him out in the open. So there's that. That's fun.
Well, I'm just going to say, I'm glad we didn't spend our time, if that's the case, like too much time really exploring. We got some cool things from there though.
Yes, and there is loot in that room. So you got the loot. So it's pretty good.
Nice. I got a cool shield.
Got a pretty sweet shield. And with, what else was I thinking? With the library puzzle too, there's also a lot to be able to explore. That's actually probably the most densely filled, and I'm not saying with stuff per se, but like densely filled area in the entire dungeon. So yeah, it's cool. There's like a lot of things like secret like side quests, like that kind of stuff that are involved there. They're not necessary for like the completion of it. The most necessary thing was the key shard, so that's fun. But
so did we miss loot?
You missed stuff.
Was there a cool magic art that I could have found?
No, I will tell you this. There is one place where there is basically an air pocket that would allow you to be able to be there and heal. Like use potions and eat food and stuff to be able to heal.
We should go back. Thordain should go back.
Yeah.
So
Thordain, you got this.
There is one area that's like that to be able to kind of help. Because this one is in the order that it is. You can do them in any order as far as the rooms go. This was the 3rd one. So it's kind of like you're halfway through the dungeon portion, like time to heal if you need to heal.
Was Vengrath the last one then?
No, I'll just tell you what all of the room orders are. So it starts off obviously with the corridor. That one is on like the entrance in. So like there's like that with like the mud sharks that yeah those guys.
So there's that part that's unavoidable, the murky corridors. The second area is technically the plaza, so the ruinous plaza, which is where you basically got the key off of, and also where you fought Vengrath. So that's the first one that's like the closest one that you could possibly descend into. And then the third one is the cathedral. So that's like at kind of towards the beginning of the dungeon. That's kind of designed to where you get your lore and kind of lore dump of like where you are in this area. And then the fourth one is the nursery, which is this one, the library nursery. And then it is the Colosseum after that. And then it is the Noble's Quarters, which is the ice puzzle. And then you have all of the solution, and then you have all the key fragments at that point to go to this area.
Nice.
So
We did them all out of order.
that's okay.
Yeah,
I mean,
everything.
it's designed to be that way because of like the lost mechanic, where you just like pop up at different places depending on like what you roll because of the soot layer. So, there is an order to it, but it's just the way that it's written. It's not like a necessary order. So,
Gotcha.
Yeah, that's all I have. I had fun, so it's good session.
Luxalia, what are your thoughts?
Yeah, it was fun. Always like to find little quirks of Luxalia.
I like it.
Like, she just wants things to be redeemable, you know?
I will
We
say
also found out
this.
she's a lady of the theater as well.
I will
Yeah,
say
of
this,
course.
based off of the current conditions of everything that was going on with the intentions of these matrons, killing one while it was sleeping would have incurred points of misery. Or at least attacking one while it was sleeping. So it was good that it woke up, actually. So Luxalia, your failed roll was the best solution for keeping keeping
Nice.
Yuki from gaining points of misery.
I just would have grabbed it. I
Interesting.
wasn't gonna kill it. I wasn't
You
gonna go
would have
ring raid.
put a sword to its throat.
Yes, I
Yeah.
guess.
Well, I guess that's not as bad. I mean, it's pretty bad, but it's not as bad as Ring Wraith stabbing it in its sleep.
Yeah, so it's just fun, like, because I just feel like Luxalia often is kind of the extreme side of the good part of like, hey, maybe we shouldn't do this hood rat thing. And
The
just, like,
Glyphons are
wear
the
something.
bookends of the party as far as morality goes.
Seriously.
Thorny
So
for
yeah,
true
and
middle.
it's just like one
Science.
of those like fun situations where Luxalia can kind of shine and just have, argue with people.
How does it feel?
I
How does
think
it
it's
feel
fun.
killing someone
Yeah.
with your new staff?
Oh yeah, that was sweet. I felt kind of like an earthbender, just like,
Yep.
which was cool. So yeah, it was fun. I also just love Protector of Light. It's just the best.
Sorry.
And like,
one of the things that I'm actually doing right now is going through and revamping a lot of classes. You still have Protector of Light. I'm not getting rid of that. It's sick. It's just not quite the same. So I will tell you this: Protector of Light does everything that it does now. But it's once a road rest type thing. So once basically every short rest you can use it, and then you can choose to use it. So it's like battle has started, I'm using it now. And so you can choose to use it as opposed to automatically popping off at battle, so you can use it more with your positioning too. Because you might be super out of position. You could have been over here where Belbin was. Battle started, and it's like, nobody gets affected by it. So you get to choose when to use it, and also it has a 20-point absorption. So if the damage is more than 20, it absorbs up to 20. But they incurred the extra damage, but it still bursts the shield, and the whole effect of them taking damage still happens. So
cool.
It's still exists to the degree of what it is, but
Otherwise,
it's
it'd be
altered a
so
little bit.
broken that everyone would choose that class.
Oh yeah, like this is, I've realized with Cole, you using it all the time, it is broken and it needed fixing. So
Yeah.
I edited it a
We're a little
bit.
sad.
But I get it.
Yeah. So a lot of the stuff I find like magic-y related things tend to be very broken in a very low fantasy setting. So I have to be careful and balance things out the way that I need to. So
Fair enough. Fair enough.
Yeah, you guys will see upcoming changes, hopefully, because we have a pretty decent duration between our sessions, so almost a month between our now and our next session because of Christmas and New Year's and everything. And so I will go through and edit your character sheets, and I'll alert you when all that happens, so you guys can go and take a look to see the minor. Again, they're all going to be minor changes and minor tweaks of how things are going to look. So
I'm not gonna be sad. I like my character.
Yuki, I actually found you and Belbin, like, physical DPS are very easy to, it's literally just like, what can I do to deal as much damage as possible? That's literally what you do, like, in your purpose. So your two have the most minor tweaks. Zil and Luxalia are going to be a little bit more, and Thordane is probably going to be more too. So.
Well, you know.
I just hit things.
It feels like a Pokemon Unite patch update, you know?
Exactly.
Like Meowscarada.
Yeah. Sorry, Meowscarada came in and sucked, so we need to beef him up. Or Mewtwo is just too good. Knock him down 5 notches.
Yeah, but the goal is to balance everything, and so
exactly.
as long as things are balanced, it'll be good. But I also don't want to take away like the really cool things that like your like specific characters are like do and what they're good at. So that's the whole purpose of. I mean, the main purpose is to play and have fun, but one of the purposes too is to learn to balance things for nice party dynamic in the future.
Indeed.
So. But again,
Sweet.
as I mentioned, hopefully news is to come and more things are to come. But yes, I agree. Luxalia is really fun when it comes to seeing like her kind of element and dynamic. Again, like you said, the opposite of Belbin. Belbin throws his own dynamic to the party. Luxalia throws her own dynamic to the party, and everybody is squished as the ice cream in the middle. You're the cookie crust.
Yeah, basically.
But yeah, other than that, surprised when the door closed on Thordane, and I feel bad. But, you know.
Again, it is not the end for Thordane and his. There's mechanics of this boss that are.
Boss?
It's a boss?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
But I haven't even had a chance to screw up its name yet.
That's true.
I think Thordane is just literally what I picture is like the door closing, and then just like shadow. Thordane just like cowering against the wall.
Wait, what?
Just as the 60 Krakora just descend upon him. Light suddenly gets blocked out.
All of a sudden, Calvinesh is like, now's my time. He wields Calvinesh and it just becomes like this god. And he's just like, whoa, whoa, whoa.
The
just
party
cutting
comes
down
out
everything.
and there's just this bloodbath with Thordane with a crazed look in his eye.
He just
In a
becomes
sword
the
that
Moon
talks to
Knight,
him.
apparently.
Yeah.
I don't know what happened. It just
He's just drenched in blood. I guess he's in water, so it wouldn't be that way. It's just a big red cloud. And he's in the
Fair
middle
enough.
of it being like, oh.
But yeah, it was fun.
Good. Zil, last but not least.
Zil wants to get out of the water. He's done. He's done with it. But, yeah, just kind of tagging along. Nothing crazy, nothing too intense, but ooh.
Hey.
Is that where we are?
This is where you are.
Get Thordane out of there.
Wow. That's cool. Yeah, nothing crazy, just fun time. Fun little puzzle. He was also kind of ready to just shank it. So I'm glad that didn't happen. But he would have been ready.
Oh yeah.
But no. Yeah, nothing crazy.
Yeah, no, it was a good one. Like a lot of the times when I come, especially outside of this, like everything is completely homebrewed, and so I'm always like, let's see how this goes. Like, is this gonna be like the most boring thing in the world for everyone, or like, is it gonna be like actually like somewhat like entertaining? Because I can go through all of like my behind the scenes stuff and like what I want to happen, but I'm always pleasantly surprised on how you guys do things and how you solve it. And that is a lesson to all DMs out there, whether you're playing homebrew content or like pre-made content. Just, you know, sometimes like unless it like completely breaks whatever you're playing, sometimes you just got to go with it. Sometimes your players have a better idea of like what's going to be happening, or like your players are the ones that make the suspense. Kind of like what Connor was saying earlier, like about like Belbin and his stealth checks and like basically swimming not to get caught. And he was very borderline a couple of times, but there was like this suspense of like, oh no, like is he going to be completely alone and alert everything to his attention? And while he's like completing that task, like everybody else on the other end is like, well, we found this thing. What do we do? So, yeah, it's very interesting. I find a little bit of entertainment while I'm like watching you guys make decisions, because I'm like, I know what's supposed to happen, but I get to see like what you are. Yes, Dave.
So I just had a thought.
Yes.
Is the boss that we're going to be fighting Count Dracula?
Yes.
The reason I ask is because in Van Helsing there's that ice mirror that he uses to transport his way through. That's what we did. So
that's freaking true. I totally forgot about that.
We're gonna fight Dracula. So
Yes.
hopefully, Luxalia, you brought your crucifix and your stakes.
Of course, I don't go anywhere without my steaks.
And your
although
water.
it's beef.
All you have to do with this
No,
holy water is
wood.
just unleash your holy water, and all the water becomes holy water.
Exactly. That's how it works. It's really easy to kill Dracula in a big old tank of water, you know?
Just take the epiphany
like-
water and put one drop of epiphany water in and be like,
Yeah.
oh, watch him burn.
It's like a kid just like killing ants, you know?
Oh, yeah. Just like that with a glass.
Yeah, watch him burn.
So bad.
Anyway.
But yeah, no, it was good. It was fun kind of designing. Like, now that we're finally through all of the rooms in this, basically in this, I'm really excited to see the conclusion of the depths of Talei, and yeah, just seeing how you guys play them. This is a big dungeon, by the way. While I'm crafting it, it feels like, oh, this is great. Like, I played like other, like right now, in Adventures Middle Earth, they're in a dungeon, but it's a much, much smaller dungeon, and I can feel it. Where it's like 1 room per session is kind of what we're going at, where like they got through half the dungeon or more in a single session. So this is a big dungeon, so it really makes me realize, like, if I'm making dungeons in the future, scale them back a little bit, as far as that goes. But no, it's good. I'm excited to see you guys kind of at the end. By the way, here is down here, this is the ice door.
Nice.
Oh yeah. Anyways, anything else? Dane, do you want to talk about anything for the week to come?
Announcements for the weekend, but first and foremost, our next session of Adventures, of Everlast Adventures is when? The 12th?
I think it's the 12th of January.
January.
Yeah, so it is going to be, yes, January 12th. For those who are on the western side of the world, those of you on the east here, it's the Saturday the 13th.
Cool. So yeah, that's the next session of Everlast Adventures. So come join us for that. In the meantime, we have all of our content up on our YouTube page, aside from this session, which will be shortly put up onto YouTube. So this is a good time while we have a month off to go back and catch up if you're lost. I know we had some people in the chat talking about, oh man, I came in halfway through. I wish I could have stayed longer. Well, you can go back and watch the sessions on our YouTube channel because they're all there. So you can start all the way back in Aishan Island a year ago. And then make your way all the way to the present.
I'm trying to think, what was session 1 of Everlast here? Because there was like
Aishan Island. I think.
It was Aishan Island, but I remember like you guys had gotten on Aishan Island before, and I think the session before like it became like stream and we took like that big long break, it was like where you guys fought the monkeys in the onsen, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Monkey battle.
Oh, maybe
Freaking
the first session was maybe when you guys met up with the City Watch, and you were tasked with tracking everyone
Oh.
down. I think that.
Oh yeah.
God, it feels so long ago.
Yeah, it was a year
That
ago.
was so long ago. Yeah.
Over a year ago, year and a half ago almost. So it's crazy. Yeah. But yeah, good. I've really enjoyed it since then. But yes, we're gonna have a month break, so that's a good opportunity for you. Also, our other content, all of the recent like game stream content, I'm waiting. I'm waiting until, well, I guess this break to be able to put them all out at once. I kind of like putting all the series out at once instead of just uploading one video at a time. So once each series finishes, I'll put them all up on YouTube all at once. That way, they're just there as a series. So don't worry, Cole. Your Fire Emblem will be going up when your series finishes. Kyle, your Baldur's Gate will be going up when your series finishes.
I apologize, guys, because
we've got a
my
lot.
games tend to run for like half a year.
It's fine.
Me too.
I just figured for myself, since I can't constantly be doing that, especially with my other job that I have, it's really hard just to always keep doing it. It's easier just to get everything done at once and just all up at once. So that's kind of what I'm moving towards with this. Adventures in Middle Earth, our tabletop RPGs, and Everlast are a little bit different because it's only one stream per week. So I can get those up pretty easily, kind of thing. But anyways, our schedule for the week ahead, so unless any changes have occurred, Kyle will be playing on Sunday, tomorrow I'll be continuing The Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time, 2 p.m. Mountain Standard Time, which will be fun. Kyle
will
be
not
continuing...
be streaming on Monday.
Kyle will not be streaming on Monday. Disney?
I'll go to Disney.
Oh,
Yeah.
have fun in Disney.
Going to Disney Sea, but I will be back on Wednesday for all my streams. So,
well, no stream on Sunday American time, or I guess Western Hemisphere time. So good to know. Good to know. Let me know ahead of time if any of you guys gotta dip out of your streams as well.
It hurts my heart because I am loving Baldur's Gate and it's so much fun. But
when Game of the Year, it shouldn't have, but good for it, I guess.
It won a lot of awards, like a lot of awards. So at least Breath of the Wild won like best action adventure or something.
Tears of the Kingdom, yeah.
Yeah, sorry,
Yeah.
Tears of the Kingdom. So that's good.
It did.
Pikmin won
Metal
like, best
left
strategy game,
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, Fire Emblem Engage was
Really?
nominated for that, which is kind of cool.
but Pikmin 4 won.
I know. I'll tell you.
What?
I know. Poor Spider-Man 2. Poor Starfield.
I don't even know what
Yeah.
Starfield is, but
It was like the big science fiction game that came out this past year that people really liked. So, yeah. Anyways, yeah. So no Baldur's Gate on Monday. Monday I'll be playing Ocarina of Time. I'll either be finishing Ocarina of Time on Wednesday or Thursday of next week. So, and then we'll be moving on to Majora's Mask. Tuesday, Kyle will be streaming Baldur's Gate 3. Wednesday in the morning, Adventures in Middle Earth. Right? Yes.
yep, our last session
Epic
before the break.
Yes, last session before the break of Adventures in Middle Earth. Then Cole will be streaming Fire Emblem Three Houses, Golden Deer Rat's speedrun.
I have training for my new job.
No stream then. Is it better? Here's the thing. We could
Yeah.
we could do it this way. Would it be better if we could switch the Thursday and the Wednesday stream then?
Yeah. No,
Okay.
because I have training on Thursday too.
Well, I'll probably do, to be determined. I might stream both of those days then, just to get through
Okay.
Ocarina of Time. So
I'll send you
I might
my
do that.
training schedule because it's kind of wonky.
No problem. I
Sorry.
appreciate that.
I
No, you're good.
really
You're
have
good.
much of
Thanks
a
for letting me
choice.
know.
So-
You're good. No, I mean, and again, all of our personalities here, we have other jobs, so this kind of comes secondary, unfortunately, right now. So that's fine. I might be able to fill both of those. But then on Thursday, Ocarina of Time. Friday, nothing. Saturday, probably starting Majora's Mask, and then we have Christmas. So I personally will not be streaming the week of Christmas. So we may decide, I'll talk with everyone just to take the week off.
Yep.
I'm going to be out of town, unfortunately, that week.
I'm gonna be out of town that week too.
Okay, so Cole, if you want to stream, you're more than welcome to.
Okay.
If you don't want to stream, feel free to take it off. We'll talk about it. But yeah,
we'll
that's
talk.
yeah, that's the week ahead though. And we have an amazing sponsor, DaiSNACKi. So they're a Japanese sweets and luxury treats company based in Tokyo, Japan. Small family business. They have free international shipping, and I guess at this point it's too late to get it for Christmas, but maybe for the New Year's or Valentine's Day is coming up. I bought a Valentine's Day box last year from them, and it was amazing. So there's all kinds of stuff, so feel free to check them out. If you do decide to purchase, then it is a There's like a section at the end that you can make a comment in, say that Forge sent you, and also put your Twitch username, so you get a raffle ticket to be used when we have to reach the referral limit to give away an omakase box, which is their general box that they have. Also, we have a new merch store, by the way. I'm currently in the process of like moving everything over there. It's a little tough. We had a Streamlabs merch store, but basically the bottom line that we were able to earn from it was like nothing. It was pennies. So whenever something would get bought, we would literally make like $1 from them, and everything else would go to Streamlabs. And the quality wasn't the best to be. I mean, some things came out okay, but it was just very inconsistent with the quality. So we're switching over to Shopify actually, and we're using that through Etsy. So we have an Etsy store. I'm still again currently in the process of shifting everything over, but through January 13th, everything is 25% off in the store, meaning everything is $14.99. All the t-shirts that are currently in there are $14.99 as opposed to $19.99. So consider checking them out. We have a bunch of like anime themed shirts as well. And we have a bunch of Zelda themed shirts and some other video game shirts. So that's pretty cool. So consider checking that out. And yeah, we get a way better bottom line. Even with the 25% off, the bottom line's way higher than it was ever with Streamlabs. So consider checking it out. It's a really good way to buy a gift for someone that's someone that you love, or just if you're a nerd and you like anime and video game type graphic tees, then consider checking that out. But yeah, that's an Etsy account. That is, yes, thank you, Noom, for posting that in the chat. The second link is the Etsy. The top one's the Streamlabs. I'm gonna have both of those links available because I haven't finished moving everything over. But once everything gets moved over, it'll be moved over. I'll talk to you about the Everlast stuff, Kyle, and see if we want to do something separate for Everlast, as opposed to just clumping it all together kind of thing. So I'll keep in contact with you about that. And yeah, aside from that, I can't think of anything else. Join the Discord. If you want to know the schedule of the week ahead, I can talk to you about it now, or you can just go to the Discord and see the schedule that is appropriate to your time zone that your computer's set at. So consider doing that. Anyways, that's all I have to say. That's a lot.
Yeah, it's a lot, and as Christmas is coming up, I will see all of you guys at least one or two more times before Christmas. But Merry Christmas to all of you. I hope you have an amazing and very happy New Year. I hope you all have an amazing, wonderful Christmas season, and can celebrate with lots of peace, joy, and love. But I think that's it, unless anybody else has anything else to say. May Alumnia guide all of you, and have a wonderful weekend, and beginning to another wonderful week. I will see you guys on Wednesday. Bye.
Woo.